What's up, everybody? It's Gina G. This is an overreaction show tonight. This is where I bring on guests to talk hellish shit about that trash ass team we mopped up, aka the Aints. You know, we blew them out at Levi's Stadium. We're going to brag like fuck about our team, the San Francisco 49ers, and crown our #1 defense. As you may or may not know, I've been a die-hard Niners fan, 49ers faithful since 1981, and celebrated all 5 Super Bowls in the streets of San Francisco. And tonight, I've got a special show for you as we bring back on the New Orleans Saints fans that I had on the preview show for you the other night. But first, make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, you share this video, you join in the live chat, comment even, but make it nice, please. I'm bringing back those Saints fans, starting with, let's bring on managing editor and writer for Canal Street Chronicles, the NOLA girl, Tina Howell. Where is she, Tina? She is in the dark, but she's here, voice and all. Hi, Gina.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
And next, we have, allow me to introduce to you, self-proclaimed crazy Saints fan and Twitter sports analyst with a penchant for sports betting, the lovely Treese. What's up, Treese?
Thanks for having me.
Right on. And next Saints fan we have here, former colleague from IU Sports Radio, podcaster, and big-time Saints fan, Book. What up, Book?
I'm still a colleague. Shout out to IU Sports Radio, man. All terrain, everywhere. I'm still a colleague.
But you're my friend. Most importantly, you're my friend.
Most definitely, man. Who that?
I don't know who that was, but I was asking myself that at Levi's Stadium yesterday, and I was saying, who the fuck is that? I think it's our #1 defense, but we'll get to that later. And then bringing in my 49ers family, a regular guest on the show, here to rep hardcore, Rod Cali, repping the ATL and Cali. What's up, Rod?
Hi, everybody. Hi.
What's poppin'?
Hi, thanks,
What's up, Rod? What's up, Rod? What's poppin', Rod? Shout out to Rod, man. Shout out to Rod.
Hey, shout out to you guys.
That's my guy, man.
You guys.
I like Rod. Shout out to Rod.
Shout out to everybody here and coming.
And I must bring in a good friend, content creator, and host of his own show, The Wise Soul, Mac, the Wise Soul.
Yo,
Welcome back,
what up?
49er faithful fam. What up, Mac?
I'll tell you who is not. And that's Andy Dalton. I'll tell you who is not that. Mr. What'd you say he was gonna be? Colt McCoy, Andy Dalton, Pat Mahomes. He's about to slice us up.
We're gonna speak on that. Go ahead.
Oh, we're getting right into it.
Okay.
He said,
What up to everybody in the chat?
Shout out to everyone in the chat, 49ers faithful. We got Raphael, and he says, yep, hit that like button, subscribe, like Rob would say, dream on that button, but
dream on that button, y'all.
Whatever.
I need y'all to Niner pound that thing like they
Perk in the house. He says, what's up, fam? Love you, Perk. Thanks for keeping
what
it
up, big dog? What up,
faithful.
OG? It's time to get real It's going down tonight.
It's gonna be a show tonight.
Indeed.
Handle your thing, Gina.
Do your thing, Gina.
Boom. So let's just get right to it. We are gonna talk about let's talk about that defense since I brought it up. Holding, well, let's just say the team since week 8 to 0 points in the second half, but the Saints to 0 points yesterday. Our number one defense. What's up with this blowout business? Did Andy Dalton show up? Where were the Saints? I was looking for him.
Shout out to Andy Dalton. Shout out to Alvin Kamara. Who else did you name that was supposed to score? Oh, shout out. What's number 7 on y'all team?
Taysom Hill. Actually, he did have a touchdown, but he dropped it. So yeah, shout out to him. Because normally he's short-handed, but we're gonna let y'all live with y'all 13-point win. It's all
I
good.
tried to find a reason for you guys. I really tried to find a reason for y'all to come on tonight. You told me that Alvin Kamara was gonna ball out against Fred Warner, and I told people Alvin Kamara is gonna get strapped up by Fred Warner. Who told y'all that on the other night? It wasn't
Talk your
me.
talk, Rod. Talk your talk.
It wasn't me. I didn't say that. Somebody else told me that Andy Redhead Dalton was going to be Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
Yeah, Wise said that.
He missed
No, Wise ain't said that.
Who said Mahomes?
Who said
Mahomes?
No, but I don't know.
You said
this is what you was talking. You was talking. You was 20 minutes into your talk. You said, "Oh, you know, Andy Dalton's okay. He's cool." And then 20 minutes later, it was, "Oh, he gonna go Colt McCoy on y'all. He gonna do all this. I saw Colt McCoy tear y'all up. Andy Dalton he's the guy. He's gonna do this, this, and that." And I was like, "Oh, word." So he didn't turn into Pat Mahomes in like 20 minutes. And then,
so you said it, right? So you said it. Thank you. Good.
But you didn't say he was gonna get off. Did he get off?
What didn't he do?
Did he get off?
What didn't he do?
Did he get off?
What
yes
did
or
he
no?
do?
Did he get off? Yes or no?
He did the same thing you did. See, I think so.
It is what it
Listen. I mean, listen. He get paid to throw the ball. He get paid to throw the ball, not catch the ball. He get paid to throw the ball, not catch the ball.
Oh my God. Okay, so what did he do?
He gets paid to throw the ball, not catch the ball. What do you mean? What did he do?
What did he do?
He led the team in passing and rushing. What do you mean?
He led the team in passing and rushing. So that's what he did.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask Rod a question. Rod, you said the number one defense against Andy Dalton. If they come to play, what do you think's gonna happen with Andy Dalton? What happened?
Hey, okay. Nothing. You know what? No. I got him. He's right. You know what? You want to hear that, right? You're right?
Go ahead. That's what you said. I'm going with what you said.
Okay. I need you to answer this question. From the defense that you saw yesterday, how many points did you guys score yesterday? I'll wait.
0. 0 points.
And this is a team with a trash secondary.
Why?
Did you not say that?
Why?
You said the secondary was just trash.
Alvin Kamara was supposed to dominate against us. He had 13 yards, the same amount of points that we had.
Piss poor play calling, piss poor coaching, and the wrong quarterback behind center.
Wow.
I mean, it's very well possible Jameis might have done something, because he didn't do anything, just like Andy Dalton didn't do anything. So it wasn't the right quarterback. Maybe I'll say this.
I'm like this. It can't get worse at this point. People are like, well, the season's lost. Well, it's not actually lost because the division is complete trash. But he couldn't have done any worse than Dalton, and can't do any worse than Dalton's done over the last couple of weeks. And I feel like a parrot saying the same thing over and over every single week. Poor coaching, poor play calling, poor quarterback play. Receivers don't catch. Guys are fumbling. Too many penalties. No accountability.
Listen, Let me ask you, Tina, what was the poor quarterback?
Andy Dalton moves the ball though, right?
What was the poor quarterback play?
Tina, you were speaking truth, but Book was the general manager that was, escorting the chariots in as they were scoring 0 points yesterday.
But I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I mean, we held y'all to 13 points. 13 points. When you hold the team to 13 points, you should win a game. And we didn't. We missed a field goal and got shut out for the first time in 21 years.
Tina, I got a question.
Hey, who was the last team that shut y'all out?
Y'all did.
Exactly.
Y'all did.
Come on, everybody.
Exactly.
All at one
Man,
time.
Listen, it's all a full circle. It's a full circle.
All full circle.
Tina, what was poor about the QB play? Tell me, Tina.
He overthrew some receivers, threw in double coverage, made some just poor decisions in general.
So,
I mean, I don't make no secret that I've made it no secret that I'm over the Dalton experience. Period.
Your best throws in that game didn't come from Taysom Hill.
No.
He didn't have the most explosive throws in the game.
No. What game were you watching?
What game did you watch?
What game did you watch?
I didn't see Andy Dalton do anything.
What throw? Tell me about the Taysom throw.
I saw Taysom Hill connect with Olave down the field, but I didn't see Dalton do anything down the field.
Did it count?
It's an explosive play. Andy Dalton couldn't do that. Jameis, maybe. Maybe. I know this. Andy didn't score no points.
Hold on.
Andy didn't move the ball. Andy didn't move the ball. He got locked up.
You said Taysom threw an explosive throw down the field, but it didn't count, right? Andy threw the same throw to Rashid Shaheed, and it counted. What are you talking about, dude?
He had explosive play.
Whoa. You just talking,
it was the same throw. It was the same throw.
Stop, dude. I know.
It wasn't the same throw. Andy Dalton didn't do anything.
It was a post. What are you talking about? You just talking.
Go back and watch the game, my guy.
You go back and watch the game. Did the throw to Olave count? Yes or no? Did the throw to Olave count?
But see, here's the thing.
Exactly.
You said he was gonna ball out.
Listen,
I told you he wasn't gonna do anything, and he didn't. You just said, "Oh, he led the team in rushing."
Look,
is that what Andy Dalton does?
Saying Taysom Hill threw more explosive throws than Dalton. You just saying anything because no, he didn't. What are you talking about?
He didn't.
No.
Okay, well, let's go back and watch the game. We'll see. Come back next week.
I ain't gotta watch the game, son. I got it.
You don't want to see it again. You don't want to see it again.
I got everything in my mind. You just saying anything. Go ahead. You trolling? Go ahead. Troll on.
It's easy to have everything in your mind when you ain't scoring no points. I can do that.
Right.
But check
we didn't
this
make
out.
no plays. I can remember that.
Man, you sound like a casual. Good. Who else? Great, right?
I'm a casual.
What went wrong? What went wrong?
No, what are you talking about?
What went wrong for the Saints was, again, like Tina said, it's coaching and it's play calling. We don't have the plethora of dudes at our disposal calling our plays. Do you really think the Saints would have looked how they look playing against y'all if we really had Sean Payton now? Like, no, stop it. Y'all did. I mean, I'm not expecting y'all to keep up with the Saints. Obviously, y'all are 49ers fans. But us as Saints fans, we know.
We lost Treese.
I ain't making no excuses, though. Niners defense can't play. I ain't making no excuses. That DK can't play. I ain't gonna take no risk from y'all defense. They can't play. They shut us down. But at the same time, we don't act like Andy Dalton didn't ball. Like what you like? Come on, man, stop it, bro.
Well, Spade says Andy Dalton's paying you to talk.
He must be.
No,
you must be on the payroll.
I'm just curious. Are you friends, related? Is it some relation, friends, something?
Are you friends with James?
I want my team to win, and I feel like at this point, Dalton
with 5 picks out of 3 games.
My reception is retarded.
With 5 picks out of 3 games, right?
I don't count those 3 games because he was
hurt, right? Exactly. Yeah. Come on, man. So look, I can't say nothing about Jameis, but you can listen. What we dealing with right now? Let me get this off. Y'all. I'm gonna shut up. We dealing with a dude that's being unconditionally loved for I don't know why. You see what he did in Tampa, and you dealing with a backup QB. The reason why I'm going hard for dude, we signed dude for a 1-year, $6 million deal, $3 million guaranteed. Jameis Winston was signed a 2-year deal, $21 million, $14 million guaranteed. When he was in the game, he threw 5 interceptions. They won't say he was hurt. Oh, but he was hurt. No, man, this dude is the backup. What do you want? You want to hold a backup to the same standard as a starter? I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that.
The same thing can be said about Taysom Hill, though. Everybody's like, "Oh, we need to use Taysom Hill more because Taysom makes explosive plays. He does this, he does that." Taysom's not a quarterback technically.
So
he has
is
PE
Dalton
in
not
front
a
of his
backup
name
too?
right now.
Good.
He's not a quarterback.
Is Andy Dalton not a backup also?
No, Andy is a backup. James is a starter though.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead, Rod.
You saying you can't hold him to the same standards because he's a backup?
Listen to what I'm telling you, Rod. Or why? This is what I'm saying. They want me to say, well, why are you saying the same thing about Jameis that you said? Why are you saying the same thing about Andy Dalton? You're saying about Jameis. Andy is a backup. We gave Jameis $14 million to sign, bro. After 3 weeks, he threw 5 picks. Listen what I'm saying. Why? I know y'all won. It's all good. I ain't tripping. I ain't a sore loser. 5 picks after 3 games? Bro, I seen all I need to see with Michael Thomas. Andy Dalton never had Michael Thomas.
And last year when he was healthy, he
when
threw
you talking about last year,
touchdowns.
Gina, when you talking about last year, it's a new year. When you talking about last year,
what does it hurt right now? What does it hurt right now for them to put Jameis in? Dalton ain't getting us wins. So what is it going to hurt? You know what it's going to hurt? It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt Dennis Allen's ego, because if we start winning, he's going to look bad for letting Jameis ride the bench. So of course he's not going to put him in anymore.
That's exactly what's going to happen. He can't pull that trigger now and say, "Oh, well, you know what?
Yeah, he's not going to put Jameis in there. It's too late. His ego is going to get hurt, and everybody's going to be all over his back. Well, man, we should have been having Jameis in all this time. And I disagree with that because, number one, Jameis hasn't been healthy enough to play. And I don't even know if Jameis is healthy enough to play right now. I know he's not 100%, but I know he's not where he was a couple weeks ago. But if he says he can go, and if he's practicing fully and he's not on the injury report, he needs to be playing.
Shout out to Sin. What's up, Sin?
But I mean, that's not why we lost. Dawson's not a reason why we lost. We lost because
shout out Marcus. What's up, Marcus? Los great. So Rod, you wanted to say something?
Say, Rod.
He's playing the violin.
Playing the song by what's his name? Justin Timberlake, "Cry Me a River." I just didn't know where we were going with all this. I didn't know it was a bunch of crying that was going on about who was playing this and who was playing that. I didn't care about who. Y'all could have put anybody back there. It didn't matter. Y'all played against literally the best defense. I told y'all what was going to happen against our defense. It actually got. Y'all had 13 points less than what I said. I gave y'all 17. I gave y'all 17.
No, you actually said y'all was going to put up 35 to 17. You said 35-17.
Y'all didn't put up 3. You did
Where your 35 at though? Where your 35 at? Where your 35 is at, right?
Where your 35 points at?
Right.
Yeah.
I gave y'all to like 21 or some shit.
It's on the W.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you what a point to win at. I'm going to tell you what a point to win at. Against y'all number 1 defense, right? You can't put no ball on the ground. That was on Alvin, and he did it twice. Fred Warner laid his head on the ball, I bet. But at the end of the day, that score was going to be 14-13 Saints win. I'm telling you that. But it didn't happen like that.
Y'all we'd all be drunk right now.
Yeah, I was like, We're
not doing no tripping, love.
Wait. Should we bring up this topic?
If Kittle doesn't hold somebody, then Mitchell scores on that other one. So what are we talking about?
Man, look.
We're talking about a lot.
If it was a fifth, right? You thought FCC was gonna go crazy. He only had 32 yards.
You thought Alvin Kamara was gonna do something.
My defense showed up, but
you thought Alvin Kamara was gonna be good, and he fumbled twice.
Exactly, and that's 14 points.
You also betting. You were the betting person and told me all this.
I am a betting person. I am a betting person, and I won my bet.
I need y'all to come here and own the shit that y'all talked about this past week. Y'all talked a whole bunch of bull jive about Thanksgiving and all that other junk that y'all had in y'all system, and clearly now our system's cleaned out. We see exactly what y'all regurgitated this past weekend. Y'all were trash.
Don't say
We
y'all.
was trash.
Don't say y'all.
Point blank.
Hold on, Ryan.
Don't
Wait a
say
minute,
Zero,
Ryan. We was trash,
you
Ryan.
are trash.
0
Hold up,
points.
the funny
Do not
thing
say
is,
y'all.
He gave him the trash talk.
Don't
Okay.
say
Yeah, but
y'all.
the funny-
I said
Hold
it.
on, Wise. Wise, I don't think you would have said that. Right, we was trash, bro.
I'll say this.
We was
You
trash?
deep. You like I said, my best friend's a Saints fan, so I know about the Saints. He fired DennisAllen.com. That's what they're trying to start up right now.
yeah,
Yep.
The
it's
defense
true.
played way better than I expected. I
Yeah.
will give you that.
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
we've always known the Saints the last few years to have a tough defense. So
Yeah.
did I expect y'all to hold us to 13 points? No, I didn't expect that. I'm be honest with you.
Real.
But
That's
but
real.
I
That's
knew
real. I agree with that.
knew we weren't have to worry about anything offensively. Like, and that's what got me triggered on with you on Friday is when you started talking about he was gonna just toss the ball around. I was like, oh hell no, that is not happening. Like the tossing the ball around on us, that's what set me off. I'm gonna be completely honest. That set me
So,
off.
Ryan, wait, hold on, Ryan. I got you a real question, bro.
Hmm?
And all due respect, we was in the red zone 5 times, bro. What you mean he didn't toss the ball around?
No.
Yo,
What you mean?
That's 35 points.
I'm gonna stop
dog.
playing.
You count.
Dog,
Shout
we was in
out
the red
all
zone
seriously.
5 times.
Shout out to Fernando in
What
the
the scoreboard
chat. What's
say?
up, Fernando? Fernando's throwback. Go
Fernando,
ahead.
what up?
But if you don't
man?
take the
What up to
ball,
everybody
if
in
we
the
can't,
chat?
if we can't get takeaways, last year we had 18 interceptions at this point. This year we got 2.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah,
we had
you're
a
right,
top
too.
5 defense last year. Right now we middle of the pack.
We middle of
You're
the
right,
pack.
T.
I'm gonna be
You're
So, I
right,
real
mean,
with
T.
y'all.
You're
you
right.
Y'all
can't.
defense actually is good. Y'all defense
Our
is
defense-
actually good. Like I'm not
They
gonna
can
discredit
play.
that.
They've
I
looked
will not
better than they
discredit
have
that.
at the
Y'all
beginning of the
defense is
season, but I
actually
mean,
good, way
but
better than I thought.
they've looked better now that they did in the beginning of the season. But we're in week 12. This isn't a conversation
This
about
ain't a
our
right.
defense. Yeah, our defense looks good week 12.
Yeah,
I mean, our
right.
defense should have looked good week 1. We were,
one.
like I said, top 5 last year. You know, we're not getting any turnovers. We're not forcing any pressure. 18 at this point last year, 2 right now. 2.
And another
2.
thing, Tina, I think what people failing to realize is Dennis Allen was solely over the defense, so he wasn't in over his head with this whole head coaching job thing, right? So to be able to focus solely on defense, of course you're gonna have a top 5 defense. Now you trying to take over offense, run the team, run special team. It's just not working for us. And man, look, we're gonna shake back. This ain't
He
the worst
can't do
loss.
it. He can't.
This ain't the
He
worst
just,
game I ever seen before.
like I said the other night, he was not the right guy. He was a
Trees,
great defensive coordinator for us,
It was a great,
but he is not the right coach for us.
Hold on, I got a question. Y'all got the same play caller that worked under Peyton, right? Pete Carmichael Dave, whatever his name is.
No, his name is Pete Carmichael Jr. Actually, Sean Payton used to take the play call and do this from out of his hand, and Pete Carmichael didn't call the plays all the time. Okay.
So Dennis Allen hired the guy that Sean Payton took the play calling away from.
Well,
I'm just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, I said took it out his hands because Sean was
a control freak.
He was a control freak. Yep. And he used to be, look, sometimes he get conservative, but when Sean wanted to call games between him and Drew, that's what they did. Like, that's what they did.
So do you guys have a legit play caller right now is what I'm asking.
No.
So Pete Carmichael is trash. Your OC.
He's not calling dialing up plays like they used to call. They're not
Look, I'm gonna just say this. All I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna just say this and think about this. Just let this stew for a second. Pete Carmichael, we had #1 defense for how many years when Drew was here? Pete Carmichael was our OC. How come Pete Carmichael ain't a head coach somewhere right now?
You tell me. I'm asking y'all about Pete Carmichael.
I'm just
saying. It was Sean Payton's team. Sean Payton's team. Sean Payton's team. ABC. It's Sean's team. Period.
Oh, Pete Carmichael, he's not a brother?
It was Sean's team.
Nah, he white.
There was only one time when Sean had let go of some control over this team on the defense. And that was when Greg Williams was here. And that was Greg Williams' condition of being hired here as defensive coordinator, is that he wanted control of the defense. So it's been Sean Payton's team since day one, exception for when, like I said, when Greg was here. Yes, Peter's our OC, but Sean was, if he wanted to call the plays, he made decisions. He override. And you can see it now. You can obviously see that this is not, I don't know whose team this is. It's not Dennis's team. I don't even.
So who that is like for real with y'all. Like, y'all don't even know who else y'all damn team.
Like, who the fuck is that?
Who that? Like, it makes sense now.
Who's that calling the play?
Who that?
Seriously,
That's
it's like something.
Listen.
It's like something we never seen before. So
No.
we really don't know who team this is.
I've seen
We
teams
go-
I've seen teams be 3-13 and not have this. I mean, it's concerning for a lot of reasons. You don't see when you've got players having private meetings in the locker rooms, you know, I call them like, you know, pep rallies, inspirational speeches, whatever you want to call it, to, you know, encourage your guys because they're down and your coach isn't doing that. To me, that's a sign of him not having control of the locker room, and he's losing respect. He's lost the fans.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
he
agree
lost
with
the-
that. Yeah, I
So
agree, Gina.
when you got
I agree with
Demario
that.
Davis, who is the king of inspirational speeches, and he gets up there on a podium and can't even find words to come up with what's going on. When you got Alvin Kamara and Cam Jordan in the locker room giving, you know, motivational speeches, there's a problem. There's some kind of disconnect. It's like somebody went in there and just flipped a switch. And it's concerning because, like I said, we are better than this. I mean, yeah, we did lose a couple key players, but on paper, we've got the talent and we're not producing. And, you know, yeah, there were some bad calls yesterday, but I mean, you know, look, we sound like broken records when it comes to poor officiating. So I'm not going to blame it on that because I mean, you know, you don't put yourself in a situation to where it comes down to something like that. When you hold a team to 13 points, there's no reason why he shouldn't have been able to. We shouldn't have been able to win that game. Yeah,
I've seen the Saints win with 9 points.
I'm starting to wonder if Will Lutz is still hurt because he's uncharacteristically missing field goals that are normally chip shot him. And yesterday, I mean, look, that wasn't even wide. Like that was just like in another zip code. I don't know what.
Yep.
I don't know what. I just it makes me wonder if injuries.
Tina, you know what I noticed about you, Tina? Hold on, Tina. Wait. You know what I noticed about you, Tina, though? When somebody don't make something happen that you like, you say they hurt. But when Andy Dalton don't do it, it's like, no, he just did it.
Andy's not hurt.
No,
Andy
wait,
He's
hold
not
on.
hurt. Will Lutz missed the whole season last year. How many kicks did we go through last year?
If Will Lutz missed a kick, she said
those 5 picks.
I said he might still be hurt from last season.
Right.
Come on, bro. I'm calling it like it is.
Yeah,
Tina, you explain it. How did he miss a kick? Just explain how he's missing these chip shots.
I mean, it's almost like
Rod's having a field day right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm insulting your best bud.
Spade is ready to get out there.
You know, I'm sorry, but look, I was happy when we signed Dalton. I thought Dalton was an upgrade.
Trolling each other
crazy, bro.
I thought Dalton was an upgrade.
No, we not really trolling.
No, I know.
This is the
I'm not trolling. I'm keeping it real. I'm asking a question.
This is the kind of conversation Saints fans have because it's good to be a realist. We're not gonna come up here and sugarcoat nothing and fake. This is what's really going on with our team.
No,
y'all need to follow Saints Twitter for a week and see what it's like in our world.
Yeah, right.
Trees was trolling me during the game, so that's why I'm messing with Trees right now. Trolling me during the game.
Was she?
She was getting me. So I respect how y'all was talking yesterday. I loved it.
Boy, I love it. Boy.
I love this. This was fun. This right here was fun. Man.
But for real, I know. Look, for real, this is for real. I was happy when we signed Andy Dalton because I said, you know, he's an upgrade to Trevor. I was like, this is good in case we need him. You know, he's a veteran. He's well respected. You know, and I was like, okay, this is a good thing. I didn't expect what happened with Jameis to go down like it did. I surely did not think Andy Dalton would still be our starter when Jameis is supposedly healthy enough to play. I want our best players on the field. And
Tina, let me ask you this, Tina. Let me ask you one question, Tina. If they're not putting Jameis in, you don't think they know if Jameis is better or not? Like, I don't think it's about an ego. I think Dennis Allen is trying to save his job right now. I don't think it's about, no, I don't want to look like I didn't know what I was. No, I think this man is really honestly thinking Dalton is the best option.
He feels like Dalton gives us the best chance to win because Dalton has chemistry with the starters because Jameis missed a lot of time with them during training camp and then he got hurt and Dalton was all through practices with the ones. So he's built the chemistry with I mean, you can see it on the field with him and Olave when they connect. I mean, they do have chemistry. Yeah. This would be like Jameis starting from day one. So I understand why he feels like, you know, I need to stick with Dalton because Dalton's been the guy, the head guy, even before Jameis got hurt, even in training camp. I mean, there was talk about how Jameis was, you know, that he was missing some connections. He was missing some throws. That because Jameis was hurt and he still couldn't practice. He was limited most through all of OTAs and training camp. So I get that. I understand that. And I agree. You want to make sure that when you put your quarterback out there that, you know, he's in rhythm and he has chemistry with his players, and Jameis doesn't have it, but Jameis is never going to develop it if they don't give him a chance. Like, why are we paying him to be our starter? Like, we signed him to a 2-year deal. What are we going to do in the offseason? We're going to cut him, try to trade him. What are we going to do? I mean, if you're not going to let him, what are we going to do? We're going to keep him and just let him sit the bench?
Would it have been a better outcome for you guys if Jameson would have played yesterday?
No, indeed. James, let me tell you why, right?
I have no idea. I'd say no. I'd say no because it wouldn't be.
Wait, Tina. Let me answer this. I mean, my bad to cut you off. Let me answer this. Jameis cannot stop Kamara from fumbling twice.
Nope.
Jameis cannot stop Chris Olave from dropping the ball after taking 3 steps. Jameis cannot stop Taysom Hill from dropping a touchdown. Jameis cannot stop Jawan Johnson from dropping 2 touchdowns. Jameis Winston can't do that. He can't also stop Will Lutz from missing a field goal. So what would Jameis have done differently? That's all I want to know.
He's more mobile quarterback.
And he led the team in rushing.
Because Kamara wasn't doing his job. That's nothing to brag about. When Andy old ass Dalton is leading the league.
Wait. So that's on Kamara then, right? That's not on Andy. That's to be on Kamara.
No, that's definitely on Kamara. Kamara, I don't know what Kamara was doing yesterday.
Thank you.
I don't know where his brain was.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for saying that.
Ask Treese what he was doing yesterday.
He was getting boxed up.
What my brother was doing yesterday, because that is my brother. I mean, you know what? I don't take nothing away from him. I'm disappointed in him because they only had like 4 fumbles on the season. So going into that, you know, trying to get extra, I was like, why you just ain't get down, dog? You're on the 5-yard line. Just get down. You know, and live to fight another down. But when you twisting and turning, trying to get extra, I think a lot of us have seen a lot of football when players get too antsy and try to get so much, then bad things happen.
Trying to make things happen. Yeah.
Hey, Treese, I appreciate that. And while you out, why don't you grab a piece of humble pie while you out before you head on in the house, too?
I always have humble pie. I'm actually one of the most humble ones. I be chilling. I'm a realist. Like, I see things. I be chilling. Look, football is a fun sport. I love my team. Again, I know you, Rod, you got your little jabs and jokes, and it's cool, but enjoy your win.
Rod and Wyatt and Gina, I owe Fred Warner and Green Tree an apology, bro. I want to apologize to those guys right now. I underestimated those dudes. They really the cream of the crop, bro. I apologize for speaking on their name the way I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating my humble pie right now, bro. So Warner, Green Tree, and Nicholas John Bosa, the way Richard Sherman called it. I apologize to those guys, bro. Y'all really the top of the top, bro. So shout out to the Niners, bro. Real talk, bro. That defense is elite.
No, y'all really,
I'm not gonna apologize because them dudes been good. They've been good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna apologize. I knew what they were.
Thank you. Stand on that word. Stand on that. Yes. Stand on that word.
Come on, we know what the Bosa brothers. The Bosa name carry weight, right?
Yeah,
Fred been a dog. Fred Warner been a dog. Them dudes been good, so I'm not surprised. I just figured we could kind of attack y'all secondary a little bit, which I mean, y'all took a nice play away from us, you know, because that was a catch. There wasn't no fumble. There wasn't no incomplete pass with no live.
Wasn't no fumble, though.
It wasn't no fumble.
Yeah, refs still don't know what a catch is. I mean, we're gonna have this discussion. Our grandkids are gonna be having these discussions about what a catch is. These refs. I mean, that's like really. Don't even get me started on refs because that's my soapbox.
But check this
out. Tina, the man took 3 steps. Tina, he took 3 steps after he caught the ball. Tina.
What about those holds and face mask, roughing the passer on Jimmy? That shit never gets called on for the 49ers.
The
Never.
refs need to be the referees get paid way too much money. They get over $200,000 a year. They should be full-time employees. They should be in class during the off season, watching film, learning what a damn catch is. It's not just the Saints, it's a league-wide issue. It's
league-wide. Exactly.
Other teams are starting to see what we were complaining about 3 seasons ago that cost us another Super Bowl opportunity. But other teams are now starting to see it because it's now gotten to be so blatant. Before it was kind of like, oh, yeah.
Wait.
It is ridiculous.
You mean to tell me a team that was bounty gating on people were crying? No way.
Well, technically, go back to still days. Come on, man. That's not.
I mean, it happened, right? It happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Everybody,
I'm dying.
I brought that up. She said 2 or 3 years ago. So I was just like, wait a minute. I know we're not talking about something from the past. That's all I was just bringing up. That's all I was just bringing up.
Tina got called.
She just was actually making a point. Like that
blatant no call cost us a shot at the Super Bowl. I mean, period. There's no ands or about that. That cost us the Super Bowl, and it changed the legacy of Drew Brees, Sean Payton, and New Orleans.
There was nothing wrong with Bounty Gate. Hold on.
There was no Bounty Gate.
It wasn't no Bounty Gate.
There was no Bounty Gate, and I can tell
happen?
you I can tell you 100% with this is not my opinion. This is fact. There was no Bounty Gate.
It wasn't no Bounty Gate.
So
just like they came
a
week after, just like they came days after the egregious call and was like, you know what, we sorry, we should have. It's too late now.
Let me tell you what happened. Wise, you listening?
Break it down.
Greg Williams, in fear of never coaching again in the league, told someone that Sean Payton did XYZ. That was the only proof of Bounty Gate. Okay? They had Jonathan Vilma on the hook. He never got convicted. He never got tried or anything attached to his name. And Sean Payton took the fall based on what Greg Williams said, bro.
And the irony of that is,
Williams was tough. So this is a RICO.
And the irony of that is,
he was in it with Rico. Oh, gotcha.
The irony of that is
I wasn't sure. I'm asking.
You got ex-Vikings and ex-Steelers players coming out and saying that they had bounty programs within their organization, and not a damn thing happened to them. And we have alleged allegations against a guy who ain't even coaching in the league anymore. He was trying to save his ass because he was being fired, and he threw Sean Payton under the bus. All because Roger Goodell has a personal vendetta against Sean Payton, or had a personal vendetta against Sean Payton. So Greg Williams threw him under the bus to try to save his own ass. He's not coaching in the league. He's in the XFL right now. But yet the Vikings and Steelers have players that come out and say they had bounty programs in the past, and nothing happened, no investigation.
This bounty thing is like a sore subject for you guys.
Clearly.
Yeah,
I was like, it's some realness coming out right now. I can feel it.
If I didn't know what I knew, I'd say, okay, yeah, you're probably right. But I mean, I had too many people that worked for the organization, too much going on during that time, during those years, and I know better. So I know the story, and I can tell you right now, there was no bounty program.
Spade says yes, it is.
Shout out to Spade. Shout out to Spade.
I'm not understanding what Saints fans are doing right now. Like, are y'all playing against each other? Like, what is going on here? I know people are Saints fans. Like, what happened?
No, seriously.
I don't know what's real and what's not now.
No, seriously. A lot of that in our fan base right now, because let's be honest, when you win, it alleviates a lot. It takes away the finger pointing. It takes away the, this one and that one. But when you lose, man, there's a lot of ugly stuff going on down here in New Orleans. I mean, even time.
And I tell you, look, people ain't gonna like this, but like I said, I'm an older fan. I can say it. I can get away with it. We have a lot of newer fans that became Saints fans when we signed Drew Brees, when we started winning. A lot of these fans don't know what losing is. They're spoiled. I mean, they only know, playoffs and divisional wins, and they don't know what it's like. So it's hard. It's hard as a fan. It's hard for me as somebody who covers a team, but also, loving New Orleans, loving my city. I want our team to do well. But I mean, when you that's all they don't adjust to the loss. They don't know how to process it. Whereas, you know, I remember 3 and 13 teams. I remember before the facility was on Airline Drive, and when they used to practice like 2 minutes from my old house, they didn't have training camp tickets. They didn't have a fancy facility. They didn't have bleachers. I mean, they had no fans. Like, you could literally walk up and just go sit down on this one little rickety set of bleachers and watch the players practice. I mean,
they don't remember Danny Werfel days.
We didn't have what we have now. And all these new fans, they only know winning and they only know success. So now it's life after Drew, life after Sean, and they're not coping with it well. And it's hard. I mean, because you're spoiled. It's kind of like when you're given everything in life, and then one day all of a sudden somebody tells you no, you're like, wait, what? And that's where we're at right now. And because no adjustments have been made, all we keep hearing every week is the same lip service from Dennis. You know, we didn't play well. You know, we need to get better. And we keep hearing the same things and nothing's changing. And we're week 12. We're almost, you know, to the third quarter of the season and nothing's happened. And we're at the point where it's like, if we don't win this week, our season's over. And the Saints, that's not a situation we've been in many, many years. So it's a hard pill to swallow, to say, okay, look, you know, come next week, we don't win, it's over. And honestly, it should have been over by now, but like I said, our division's so bad. But we lose this week, it's done. We're done.
We done. Like,
we're done
fucking us. And like I said, kudos. Look, again, we're gonna give kudos to the Niners. We haven't been shut out in 20 years. Saints haven't,
and y'all were the last team to do it. So
yes. And I've been out of school 20 years.
And I don't feel like y'all beat us. I feel like we beat ourselves, and I said that the other night. You know?
How long you been out of school?
Who, me?
How long you been out of school?
20
Too round, funny, bro.
That's the last time. 20 years. 20 years
ago. I'm a little longer, but I mean, I feel it though. Okay. Let me be serious now. I'm done trolling now. I think y'all exposed a lot when it comes to our offense. Y'all exposed a lot with that. As good as y'all's defense is and the way that you guys played against us, y'all exposed our offense yesterday. Just being real. I'm brutally honest right now. Y'all exposed a lot because at the mere fact, the run game wasn't running. It wasn't working at all. The pass game, legitly, it was not working at all. You guys always created the penetration, and it was just like, we couldn't do anything about it. I mean, to have like 7 hurries from just Aaron Banks alone, that's the first time this year that he's actually given up something like that. So I'm giving y'all props. I'm not making it seem like we just dog walked y'all. We didn't dog walk y'all. We beat you guys, but it wasn't like that. Y'all made
quick shout out to Debbie, Miss Debbie Deb in the chat. I got to meet her at the game yesterday. I love you, Debbie. Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
Miss Debbie.
Love you, Deb. Go ahead.
And
Sorry,
it's a hard pill to swallow. It is. It's a hard pill to swallow because if we had no talent on this team, then I'd say, okay, you know what? This is the Saints of like the early, 90s. We suck. Period. But we got talent on this team, and it's just. I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow to know that we should be better than this, and they're not finishing games. And like I said, I don't think y'all beat us yesterday. We beat ourselves, which is the story of the season. Saints beating themselves, shooting themselves in the foot, making, poor decisions, fumbling, too many penalties, can't lead the league in penalties and win games. Can't not get turnovers, can't, execute. You're not going to win, and you got to make adjustments. And that vanilla play calling is not going to get it done. And we're beating ourselves. Like I said, you got to beat the team you're playing, beat the refs, and beat yourselves.
Yeah,
and it's just, we're not getting it done.
That's hard to do.
It is. So
that's
in my opinion, it's like, okay, do I think we're going to win this week? Probably not. And we're done. And hopefully they will take a couple weeks to reflect on what they can start making changes for next season and go into the off season, a step ahead. But I don't see that happening because I feel like if there was going to be adjustments, they would have already known, hey, look, a couple weeks ago.
I'm gonna say this, like, to be honest with you, Tina, you know our team like the back of your hand. So do I. But losing Sean Payton, that really did it. Like, that did it for us. That did it for a lot of things on this team. So you saw yesterday uncharacteristic things going on with the Saints. And to look at Elvin face, Taysom face, these dudes are just looking like, man, I can't. And this Olave first run with the Saints. So just imagine if he came in when we really was clicking. Like our offense, we used to have the high-powered offense, and then then our defense caught up with our offense, and now it's just the defense is still up, but the offense can't. We just can't. We can't, and it's for me, and I've been a Saints fan since I was 7. So looking at how it's going, we don't like it. It's uncomfortable. We've been in worse losses than this. The Saints really did beat themselves. We was gonna give y'all the game until Alvin put that ball on the ground, and because you can tell like the complex of the game. Like when it came on, the complexion of the game was, man, we about to fight fire with fire. And so once he fumbled, it was like, man, we ain't getting no points this game. I said, we ain't about to score, but you did see him take that shot to Taysom. I thought my dude was going to get the touchdown because you have to put big on big. Taysom is a big physical guy that could go blow for blow with some of the guys on y'all defense. So it's just, it's a scratch record.
Taysom was not a factor. He was not a factor. Go ahead.
Yeah. I keep hearing talking about these fumbles or whatnot, and y'all talking as if the fumbles weren't caused, as opposed to y'all just like dropping the ball and fumbling it, loose carrying the ball. Like there were plays made on both fumbles. There were plays made on the ball. And it's damn near disrespectful. Y'all y'all give us credit for one moment, and then it'd be like, well, we fumbled the ball. No, the ball got knocked the hell out of y'all hands. That's what happened.
I know the one where Elvin tried to get too much, it got knocked out because Fred Warner.
Both got knocked out.
Both got knocked out.
Yeah. Alvin shouldn't have tried to get. Shouldn't have tried to make it into the end zone.
What it is, Rod? What it is? Why? What is it? They love Kamara, bro. Like they love James, bro. They gonna make an excuse, bro. That's what they do, bro.
That's fair.
That's what they gonna do. I'm telling you, that's what they gonna do. I know them, bro.
I said it 10 minutes ago. If you try to make something happen, it will bite you in the butt.
Elvin that can get you 6 touchdowns a game. He's very elusive. The dude put the ball on the ground. Now, Book, I don't know what your issue is with Elvin, but I'm standing behind him. That's my dude. We ain't had an electric back like that in the league in our organization a while. We ain't talking about nothing old. We talking about now. Dude been like that. So I don't know what's your vendetta against him.
But I'm going to tell y'all, I don't know if you and Treese and Book saw that video somebody posted with Sean Payton. Sean Payton getting in guys' faces when they fumble from the pass. You don't see Dennis Allen doing that. You don't see him in guys' faces.
No, you don't.
You don't. And you'd see Sean just give him a look, and they knew that was it. Jawan Johnson not catching the ball, literally hit him in the numbers. Chris Olave hit him in the number. Sean would literally grab them by the collar, and all he had to do was give him a look, and they knew, oh shit, I'm in trouble. But.
He ain't getting that now.
No. So what kind of consequences they have for playing like some guys feel bad, but I mean they sit on the sidelines, they cutting up, they joking, they laughing. Tell you what, if I was losing, I wouldn't be sitting there like that. To me, it's embarrassing. It's just
what, Tina, how many times we watch other games, you have them dudes walking back and forth along the sideline, getting in their teammates' face. Some of them about to fight because they don't like losing and they hold everybody accountable. Some of our boys ain't on our team. At this point, they probably done checked out. Some of them probably in Cabo right now. Some of them probably on the beach. I mean, I'm just calling the spade a spade,
No, you're 100% right, and that's what scares me. Because when we go to sign free agents, what does that say to them in the offseason? Why do they want to come here? If that's what this is the culture that we're now setting. We had this culture with Sean. This is the new culture.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Y'all giving Kamara a pass for them fumbles?
No.
You're not giving him a pass?
No.
Why would we give him a pass? No, we not. Because like I said, that was the difference changer in the game. But again, I'm not going to lit in on him like the dude don't be scoring when he touched the ball or make stuff happen every time he touched the ball. Okay, he fumbled.
Nope.
He actually gave the game up.
That was a team loss. That was a team loss yesterday. Alvin, Will, coaching, everybody. Team loss yesterday.
Except
actually, that was an Alvin Kamara loss. He lost 2 fumbles. That was an Alvin Kamara loss. That wasn't a team loss.
Yeah, seriously. Like real talk. That was an Alvin. Besides coaching, That was an Alvin Kamara loss because
yeah, that literally, like, I wasn't trying to be funny when I said that. Like, that's a legit for real.
No,
reason.
seriously.
Y'all as a team
agree with
Alvin
you.
Kamara
That was
had
an Alvin
costly fumbles.
Yeah, seriously, though, in a game like that.
Well,
Tina, let me ask you this question, Tina. Tina, let me ask Tina a question. Why didn't he talk to reporters after the game?
Well, the official statement was because his attorney has advised him not to. I don't really know. He hasn't spoke to them in weeks, so I don't know what's going on.
Him not to.
Yes, that was the official statement yesterday.
Wait.
What is that?
You mean to tell me a dude
Thank you.
that is that's on TMZ
his
for doing
attorney
what
advised
he
him
did,
not
and
to?
now he's not talking to them.
Two of our local reporters, that's what they said. He has not spoke to the media in actually a couple of weeks, and that was their official statement that he was advised not to. So nobody really knows what's going on.
He got a case.
Wow. Yeah, he does have a case. Wow.
Tina,
there he goes, the Rico Saints.
Rico.
Tina. Tina and Trees, man, listen, man. I know y'all love the team, man. I respect y'all love for the team.
Spade ain't talking either.
Man, the writing's on the wall, man.
For what, boo?
Well, you trying to move off Kamara? That's what you're saying?
Chiefs don't want to. Chiefs don't.
Y'all moving off. Y'all were
trying to move off Kamara?
No,
Chiefs will take him.
Let me tell y'all now, the faithful.
Browns will take him.
Hold on.
This how real it is in our organization. People are saying they want to break the team up, get rid of Kamara, which is our best player on the team, and then rebuild.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying last night after the game. What can we get for Kamara? What you think we can get for this one? What you think? I'm like, what are y'all doing? You want to go into rebuild mode? Really? Like, there's a few things we can fix. I mean, this team is fixable. It is.
Trash bag heads. That'll be coming back if
I
y'all
want to go and rebuild more.
Look.
Y'all ain't got, what is it, Chris Ivory back there no more either? Y'all got Ingram? Ugh.
Did you bring out Chris Ivory? What was that, like 4 seasons ago?
Don't speak on Mark Ingram.
I don't know who that backup is. Like,
it's not Ingram no more, or
Ingram, but he's been playing injured most of the season.
Look, Tina, wait. First of all, Tina, we can't get off Kamara or Michael Thomas because the cat pound is too crazy.
Oh, I know so that. That's why I'm saying this talk of people saying, "Hey, let's start breaking up this team. Get rid of the pieces we can get." I'm like, this team is fixable. We can fix this team. It's just it's going to come down to Mickey Loomis and Gail and Dennis making decisions of what they need to do, and it's hard decision.
Come down to Dennis team.
No, Dennis Lacha, not Dennis Allen. Dennis Lacha.
Yeah.
There's another Dennis in the front office.
Let me ask this question. Do you think the front office has what it takes to fix their error in Dennis Allen this offseason?
I totally do.
One and done?
Yes. I totally do.
Look, why? Hold on, Tina.
One thing
Tina,
our front office do, they hear the fans, and that's where the money come from. They gonna listen to their fans before anything, and that's crazy because a lot of whispers was like, man, Vince James, when he started throwing them picks, get him out of there. Next thing you know, Andy was the starting quarterback. So they listen to the fan base. And people be on social media just like us. They be on social media just like us. They see and they hear everything.
If you fire Dennis Allen, who do you guys go after?
Eric Bieniemy, the choice we should have made in the first place.
I go enemy. I see what Brian Flores is. I think of somebody.
Eric,
did you say Andy Dalton?
Ken Dorsey.
No.
Ken Dorsey.
Oh, Ken Dorsey. I thought I heard Dalton.
No.
And you know what, y'all? You know what the crazy part is? People really think that Sean Payton's going to come back next year. That's the crazy part. They really think they're like, oh, Sean was just going to take a year off. Sean was burnt out. Burnt out.
You know why he was burnt out? You know why he was burnt out?
He had no solidified quarterback. That's why.
No, there's more to it. There's more to it.
Wait, hold on. Tina, wait. Let me ask Tina a question. Tina, let me ask you a question, Tina. Do you think Sean Payton would have left if he had Drew Brees, a decent Drew Brees? Would he have left? Yes or no?
Oh, no, he wouldn't have.
Him and Drew are
I'm asking Tina.
No, I don't think. I think he would have stayed if Drew would have been here. I do think he would have stayed.
Okay, so why do you think Jameis Winston is the answer then? If he left with Jameis,
because he was burnt out.
He was burnt out.
I got a question, Saints fans. Why did y'all give so much money to Taysom Hill?
That contract is wired weird.
I can tell you why. But go ahead. I'm gonna let them tell you first.
I don't know. Somebody was smoking. Somebody was smoking bongs in the office and forgot. They did something wrong. Wrote that deal up. Eating edibles or something. Something they was doing. Something they was doing.
That's
hilarious, bro.
Y'all hilarious.
They was doing something.
Spade said out of stupidity.
Streets is hilarious, bro. Man, we ain't even let Gina get her questions off, man. Gina got 5 questions she waited to get off, man.
Hey, it's all good. You know, this is fun. I'm not even tripping. It's you know what? It's fun because
Saints Twitter after the game. Y'all need to start following Saints Twitter for real.
I know,
y'all
right?
think this is crazy.
Really
y'all have no idea.
I really want to be in y'all stuff now.
I get off of social media when we lose because I see it and it's like on my own sanity. I need to step away.
You guys are the only ones
because I love
that like
y'all talking about right now.
You guys are the only ones that like responded. Like I tried to like get Nathan was gonna do it, and he's like, "I'll pop on." He goes, "But I've like, you know, because I have hundreds of fans," and I was like, "Okay,
whoa. That's what we're doing."
And I said, "Well," he goes, "Yeah," and then he goes,
"Fuck all that." Like,
he goes, "You could ask Tina," and I said, "Well, I sent her a DM. Maybe you could, you know, prod her a little or whatever." So, but then Tina, you ended up DMing me back.
Yeah,
so I was
somebody tagged me on Facebook. Remember, I think it was Brett or I don't remember who it was. Someone tagged me. I mean, because they know, look, like I said, I've been around this team a long time. I eat, sleep, and breathe football. So even before it was my job, like, you know, and I'm blessed to be able to do what I do. But you know, it's not just the Saints; it's my city as a whole. I'm an advocate for New Orleans, and you know everything with New Orleans. So I'm always happy to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, Saints, the heart attack, blood pressure medication, you name it. You know, Sean wasn't kidding when he said he gained 15 pounds eating all that ice cream after the no call. The Saints love hurts, y'all. Love hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
And you know what, Tina? Just tell them we haven't had to bring out the medicine in a while.
No, that's what I'm saying. Fans are spoiled. They don't know. And it's not their fault because, like I said, I mean, I'm older. So, you know, I'm seeing a lot. But, you know, I mean,
Pelicans.
fans in their 20s and something, they don't know. They don't know what it was like years ago in the 80s and 90s. What? You know, they don't know those years. Like, we would have killed for a defense like we had. Well, I say had now. But I mean, like we would have, like, if we would have had this defense when Drew was in his prime, we'd have had multiple Lombardis. You know, Drew carried the team on his back for so long. You know, and now we had a defense, and it's like, you know, when you don't know anything else, and now you lose, and you know, like you said, we talking about 12 weeks and the season's over with. That's sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
But y'all know, as Niners fans, y'all have had seasons like that. Y'all were dynasty for many, many years. And then, you know, you go through struggles, growing pains, you know, you lose players and coaches and a lot of things change. But I mean, for the Saints, it's been consistent 15 years. 15. Like I said,
that's why Saints fans, they shouldn't really want to go through a rebuild because there's no guarantees in a rebuild.
They don't know what they're asking for.
That's why I'm like, when they talk like that, I'd be like, you don't know football.
It's like when they were talking about Drew a couple seasons ago. They were like, oh man, you know, we need to get rid of Drew, get somebody younger. Now they wishing Drew would come back. See, be careful what you wish for. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Because they don't know any better.
They call him noodle arm. I would have took that back. I would have took that back.
Hold on. Y'all not telling the whole truth now. Hold on. Y'all gotta stop there.
Shout out to Jets Chaos in the chat.
What was it? 2018, we drafted Marcus Davenport over Lamar Jackson. Y'all mean to tell me y'all would rather have Drew Brees over Lamar Jackson now? Yes or no?
No. I'd take Drew forever.
I prime Drew.
I'm taking Drew over.
We're not talking about prime.
Yeah, you can't talk prime Drew right now because if we do right now, he ain't in his prime.
You know they were going to draft Patrick Mahomes until Kansas City jumped up. They went and told Drew. They went and said, "Look, we going to draft Mahomes. We want to let you know." And then Kansas City jumped up on us, and you know they drafted him.
The reason they jumped up on us was because Sean was so comfortable with Drew. If Sean would have been desperate, he wasn't desperate. He wasn't desperate because he had Drew.
Man, the people jumped up. We was the next.
Trees, listen. Hold on. Trees, wait, listen.
He jumped up.
It's one pick. I could see if it was like four picks, then you could say, well, maybe he could have been aggressive to try to trade up, but it was one pick.
One pick.
Okay.
Nobody knew Kansas City was going to do that. It was one pick.
One pick.
Okay.
We beaten in line and jumped Kansas City. Boom. Took Patrick Mahomes off the
Now,
board.
if it had been four picks, I'd say, okay, you know what, Sean should have been aggressive, trade up, try to get him. But I mean, it was one pick.
So why they pick Davenport over Lamar Jackson? Why they pick Davenport over Lamar Jackson?
Cause you always could beef up your defense, dude. Come on, you know that. We was missing people that year on the D line.
Because
Spades on your grill.
Because Drew was Sean's boy. I mean, they're best friends. Him, Mickey, and Drew are like buddies. Sean and Mickey still text all the time. They're best friends. I mean, you don't think Mickey ain't talking to Sean about what's going on with this team right now? If you think he's not, y'all crazy. They best friends. They hang out all the time.
So you think that was the right pick, Davenport over Lamar?
Man, they jumped up, though.
Who jumped up? We jumped up and got Davenport.
Well, we needed something on the D-line at that time. That's why we don't have Lamar. That's why we got
what I'm asking, no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, do you think it was the right pick? That's what I'm asking you.
Shoot, Lamar.
In hindsight, no,
you know
it wasn't.
It wasn't, but you gotta realize we never really had running quarterbacks in our system. They like pocket passers.
Mm-hmm.
We always been a pocket passing team. We ain't never heard of the Saints having no running quarterback.
Nah, Bobby Hebert had wheels back in the day.
Man, but that was back in everybody was in Pampers back.
That's all the team had back in the day.
I was trolling on that one.
That's all right.
Hey, Archie Manning,
that dude was slow as molasses.
Didn't he?
Don't even go back. Don't even go back with Archie.
Anything, bro. I know they just love their guys.
What about Chris Everett? Jim Everett.
He said Chris Everett.
Come on, man.
No, the Danny Warfel, Shula era. It was
all them dudes. What they weren't running quarterbacks.
I feel you. I feel you. They weren't.
We come a long way. We came a long way. We were spawned.
The game has changed a lot. That's really what it is.
It's a different game.
The game has changed a whole lot. So it makes sense. It makes sense if why you guys at the time didn't go after Lamar Jackson. It wouldn't have made sense at that time. So I understand why y'all didn't go
Think about Sean's offensive plans. I mean, he was a pass-happy coach.
Exactly.
We were 60, 40, 70, 30. We had Reggie Bush, Pierre Thomas, Mark Ingram. I mean, we had running backs that could, get yardage. And Sean wouldn't, for whatever reason, wouldn't stick with the run. And it's crazy because during the games, it's like you'd watch it like, okay, the run's working. And then halftime would come out and Sean would be like, okay, let's start throwing the ball down the field again. I'm like, what are you doing? He's averaging like 4 or 5 yards a carry. What are you doing? But that was Sean. Sean like that high-powered, especially because like you got Drew. When you have a player like Drew is your quarterback, that's your once in a lifetime franchise quarterback. I know you want to do what you can with him, but the truth is you saw the decline with Drew over the years.
Yeah.
I love Drew Brees.
Is Pierre Garcon or Pierre the guy that Dante Whitner basically
we ain't seen him
Thomas?
since.
Pierre Thomas.
He said Pierre Garcon.
Yeah, we ain't
whatever
seen him
his name
since.
was, Pierre Thomas.
What about him?
Thomas,
I'm actually happy y'all said this.
Since that game, so
He played a couple seasons. He played a couple.
What it was hit him and made him sleep on the yard line. We was about
Dante
Whitner.
Sean couldn't, and Sean didn't make adjustments in that game because he didn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, let me ask y'all this real quick, because y'all talking about Sean Payton and always wanting to pass the ball. My boy has had issues with Sean Payton for one playoff game. I think y'all played the Bears in the playoffs
2006
in Chicago.
NFC Championship.
And y'all ran the ball like a handful of times. Like, so this is a real thing with Sean Payton. Y'all didn't like that he wasn't running the ball enough.
No.
Yeah.
Not when you got Reggie freaking Bush, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, like nobody thought the Saints had a shot to draft Reggie, and you don't utilize Reggie right. Like, come on, man. Like and then you go and draft Mark Ingram, who's a bruiser, different type of running back, and you still ain't stick. I mean, there was games Mark was averaging over 6 yards a carry, and Sean would go in that locker room at halftime, and next thing you know, Drew's throwing 30, 40-yard passes. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Sean? Stick with the run when it works. See, that's the thing about Sean. I love Sean. Did a lot for this city, but Sean was his worst enemy. he'd get his own
Kind
way.
of sounds like Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Some egos. Look, Tina.
Big time.
The best year we had Mike Bell, Reggie Bush, Pierre Thomas. Sean ran that ball.
Oh yeah, Mike Bell. I remember Mike Bell.
Mike Bell, yeah, LaShort, Mike
That was
Bell.
our best year. It's like he had to be
Super
balanced.
Bowl year.
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. He ran the ball.
Yeah.
We've had some good running backs and not big name running backs, but like Lionel Hamilton, is that his name? L Train, they used to call him. I liked him.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus.
What
is your boy Shanahan doing this past weekend with the offense? Since we want to talk about coaches, we can talk about our inconsistent play caller in Kyle Shanahan. We only scored 13 measly points after we scored 30 the week before. Like we're so up and down. We're this. This is how we play on offense. Defense, we're fine. So I need to understand what is it on offense that, since you told me whoa about your coach, tell me what Shanahan is doing great with the offense. Go. Type away.
While we're waiting for Marcus, let me say this. Rod, you know,
now
Shanahan's my guy.
49er stuff now.
Yeah, Shanahan's my guy.
About what looks bad.
The issue with Shanny is he frustrates you because you don't know what you're getting every week. He's too inconsistent. And
very inconsistent.
There's no reason for him to be that way. I feel like he gets in his own head on the play calling.
Yep.
Like, let's be honest right now.
Y'all little Saints?
Yeah.
Sean Payton, right?
Shawnee P.
I'm just saying, like, y'all have a lot of problems. Had a lot of problems with Peyton. A lot of 49er fans got problems with your boy Shanahan.
Oh, it's a love-hate. You got two sides. It's a love-hate.
Yep.
You got the fans that he does nothing wrong, and then you got the realistic fans who understand he can be so much better. And that's what frustrates me, because I know the coaches we had when we were rolling Chip Kelly and Tom Sula and bums before Dennis Erickson, all them coaches.
Yeah.
I understand, Kyle is a good coach. He just got to get out of his own head, develop an identity offensively. We got all these weapons, but you can't tell me what our identity is on offense. We got a stout defense for the 49ers. It's like, when you think 49ers right now, you think what? Defense. We don't have an offensive identity. Right. He has weapons, so it shouldn't be a reason why he can't develop one. He's just inconsistent.
Look at the 49er fans talking in the chat. Look at them. Mm-hmm. Oh, it just went away. Because I know Perk just said something. And Perk was right. Because I know Perk be in here. And Perk know doggone well that
I didn't see that.
Calling some bullshit.
He said Matt LaFleur is gonna get fired.
He's gonna get fired.
I forgot he was y'all. I forgot he was on y'all staff, Matt LaFleur.
Oh,
I actually like him.
Here we go. Shanny narrow ass pissed me off, but I love that dude. I stay on his head though. I'm with you, Perk. Same here. I fucking call his shit out all the time. I've been on the show doing that forever and a day. He's so fucking inconsistent. He doesn't, he should be a good coach plays to the quarterback strengths. Okay. Now that we have Christian McCaffrey, here's what I said we should have been doing. We should run what I said. I don't even know if I said this on the last show, but someone asked me, I think it was yesterday. Oh, my ride. I got a ride to the game. And he said, what should we do? What should we do against the Saints? And I said, run the ball down their fucking throats. And we did not do that. We did not do that. We did not do that. What is Shannon's problem?
Shout out to Debbie Ryan. She said Kyle looks more at his play sheet than what's going on the field.
Facts.
Miss Debbie be at the games. Miss Debbie know the game. Like,
shout out to Debbie. She knows the game.
Miss Debbie
I
knows the game. So
I had the privilege of meeting her yesterday. I love you, Debbie. It was an honor to meet you yesterday.
Damn, I didn't know y'all
had wait. I see people say that the line is inconsistent. I understand that McGlinchey can be inconsistent at times, But outside of McGlinchey, what is really inconsistent? I think the execution of the plays because of who we have as the quarterback is inconsistent. I don't really think that it's all truly based on the actual offensive line.
Shout out to Jimmy G. Shout out to Jimmy G.
Right, contract Jimmy, he has his ups and downs. Like I keep telling y'all, like contract Jimmy, this was a backup quarterback game. If we had a real number one quarterback back there last night in the game, this game shouldn't have been that close. You saw how many plays was wide open that Jimmy G just didn't pull because he can't make the throws. It's just that simple.
I will say his limitations at quarterback affect Kyle's play calling. The problem we get into is when Kyle tries to do some hard-headed shit, like slam the ball right up the middle with McCaffrey and Eli Mitchell against a stout defense. And that's how Eli got hurt twice by this dude just trying to slam Eli up the middle. That's not who Eli is. Get Eli outside. Mm-hmm. We got rid of our power back. Jeff Wilson was the power back. You trying to make Eli a power back. You trying to make Christian a power back. They're not power backs. Yeah, you run them up the middle every now and then to make the defense honest. But he was slamming them at the middle of the defense. And it's frustrating. He don't need to do that.
Hold up. Wins games? Man, I'm so sick and tired of motherfuckers coming with that bullshit about Jimmy winning games. Like, y'all.
Marcus is heavy on Jimmy. Marcus is heavy on Jimmy.
He's a good backup.
You need to stop fucking drinking whatever you drinking out there, man. Real talk. Because ain't no way you can tell me that Jimmy G is the reason why we winning games.
It's y'all defense.
Man, y'all kill me with
this. Y'all defense.
That boy, Rod ain't playing that.
You just got to call it for what it is, man. Like, stop making excuses for Jimmy G after 6 years. Like, we see what it is. A spade is a... So Jimmy G led us to 2 Super Bowls after getting 4 touchdowns by Raheem Morris. Mostert scored 4 touchdowns in the NFC game. Last year, who blew the game last year in the NFC? How did we win all the games in the playoffs last year? I want to know what did he do in the playoffs last year.
To be fair, I don't blame Jimmy for losing that game. I blame Kyle for losing the NFC Championship.
No, I don't even blame Kyle for that one. That was one dude, Mr. Tart. That was Mr. Tart. That's what I'm gonna blame for that game.
Oh yeah, that was Tart and Kyle. Yeah. But I don't fully blame Tart. But Tart catches that, and we're good.
Results say otherwise. Results, it's a team game. It wasn't Jimmy that was winning the game. There's 2 totally different things in that.
No, Marcus, not every game we lose is Jimmy's fault. I'm not that.
Thank you.
He is a real looker. No, wait a minute. Jets chaos. No, Jimmy is not a real looker. He's not my type. He's not my type. I don't like white guys.
He's not a real looker. Wow.
I'm not into white guys. So anyway,
she said what she said. So you know.
But here's the thing. Thank you. I date people of color. That's me. Okay, so Jimmy G is okay. Let me tell you about Jimmy G. I'll tell you about Jimmy G. He helps certain games. He helps win games, and sometimes he helps lose them. Sometimes he single-handedly loses them.
Right.
That's just facts.
Jimmy G almost threw the game away for us yesterday. If that penalty doesn't come back,
didn't get called. Exactly.
What penalty? What penalty?
Oh, when we picked the ball off.
Yeah, that was
the pick. It would have been a pick 6. It would have been a pick 6.
Yeah, it was a pick 6. Really and truly.
I was there. I saw it. I was like, "Oh God."
Let me ask you a real question.
But to everybody else, that wasn't Jimmy's fault either. And to them,
let me ask you a real question,
Rob. Still doesn't have an interception, which is technically correct.
Let me ask you a real question, Rob. When Olave caught that ball and Kyle threw that flag, did y'all think it was a catch?
It was a catch, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. That's
what I want.
Okay, that's what I want.
The man elbow, his knee was down, and that ball popped out way later. I mean, but that's just a testament to how they don't fuck with the Saints. It ain't Nothing to do with the nine. They don't fuck with the Saints. So imagine being a fan where you just watch your team get cheated and it ain't missing calls. They blatantly don't fuck with us. And
I can't say that, Treese. I can't say that. Let me tell you why I can't say that. Because Rashid Shaheed caught a ball and he dropped it and they let it go.
Man, period, though. I watched enough Saints games to know.
But Treese, I'm talking about yesterday. Shit, Rashid caught the ball on the post. The ball came out and they ruled it a catch.
You know what? I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bill with you. I don't even remember that because all I can see is Elvin keep the ball knocked out. That's all I keep seeing. Nothing else don't even matter. I just keep.
You can't get past the fumbles.
Popped out.
That's
all.
Stevie Wonder could have seen that was a catch yesterday.
That's all.
I mean, but to speak on what y'all talking about, they were saying this on WW earlier today. They said, when teams are playing well, they tend to get calls in their favor. And right now the Saints are playing trash football, so they're not getting calls in their favor.
Right.
We had a couple of plays ourselves that didn't go our way. Brandon Ayuk got his face mask basically almost ripped off on one pass play.
But so did Dalton.
Held arguably 4 to 5 plays. Clearly, arguably getting tackled to the ground.
Tackled. It
was a lot of missed calls. You're right.
He literally got tackled.
Yep.
And they didn't call him.
It was a lot of missed calls. It was a lot of missed calls. I agree with that.
That was a terrible.
Roughing the passer. That was
a terrible officiating group yesterday.
It really was
absolutely terrible.
Egregious.
I agree with you on that one.
I agree.
I mean, just like Gina said, it's got to be league wide, fucking fix.
How you've got $1 billion industry that can't hire these reps are getting 200, whatever the average was, 216. We looked it up at the beginning of the season, 216, 206, something like that a year. How you can because of the lawyers and
the reason being is because of what Treese was talking about last week. Them gamblers, they got to make their money too. So everybody got their hand in every little bag, somewhere.
Cookie jar. Yeah.
Exactly. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me if I had a job, if I was a lawyer or a CPA or a doctor or whatever, and my half part-time job is an official. You can't tell me that I can sit there and study games all week long and know what's going on and go to my regular job. It's not a 9-to-5 job. A lot of these guys have, and then go out on Sundays and Thursday nights and call games. I mean, you just, you're making too much money. A lot of people would kill to be making that kind of money, for a full-time job that you could have. They can afford the benefits. That's another thing they said. Oh, well, the league don't want to unionize and have to pay benefits. Why not? You can afford it. You're making the money. I mean, it's just at this point when we're having this conversation, this has been something that's been going on for 10 years. It's been like, it's just out of hand.
Tina, you ever met Gail?
Yes.
Okay.
That man loves Gail. Momo Gail.
Yes.
Love Momo Gail.
Hey, I had to know, man.
I've been around the Saints organization for many years. I had my best friend's dad worked for him back in the 80s, in the good old days. And I say that with a lot of sarcasm. In fact, her brother's Paran was their equipment manager for many years till he retired. So I've been around for many years.
Right, hold on, Tina. Right, you know what Paran is?
I didn't hear you.
Do you know what a Paran is? Any of y'all know what a Paran is?
A Paran?
Yeah.
No.
Like a godmother and a godfather.
Godfather. Paran is godfather.
Oh.
A parent?
Sorry, I forget people.
Yeah, I learned that.
Sorry.
Hey, we learn something every day, I guess. Yeah. I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like,
no. Look. The top 3 of us, we all from Cali. I know we didn't know that. I was like,
sorry, y'all. Hey, I forget when I say things.
That's one I ain't learned that slang.
Yeah, people are like, wait. I say things sometimes. They're like, wait, what's that mean?
Hey, I do know. My boy said, y'all don't call soda. Y'all call it like cold drink or something out there. But
cold drink.
Cold drink. That's what I heard. So
I mean,
I know a little something.
I know a little something too. They go down there and they go fix groceries.
Make groceries. We're making groceries.
Make groceries.
We're making groceries.
I was like, how you make them?
You make groceries?
So
What?
I actually had a whole podcast about this because, like I said, I
got
talk about
family
all
in Lake
things New
Charles,
Orleans.
so I know a little bit about y'all.
And we have a lot of fans that are all over the country, and they're like, okay, I need to understand some of this slang that y'all have from New Orleans. What is make groceries? I said it goes back like when I was a kid. My mom and dad would say Swegman's was like a local grocery store here, and everybody was like, oh, we got to go make groceries. That's just, I mean, so of course, you know, we inherited it. So yeah, we make groceries.
Yeah,
I love the drive-in daiquiri shops that y'all.
Yep.
Oh, you been down here, Rod? You been down here?
Have I? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know why they got drive-through daiquiri shops, huh?
Oh yes. Yeah.
You know why?
I know all about that.
You know why though? You know why we have drive-through daiquiri shops? The New Orleans Saints.
Really?
The New Orleans Saints. Because they drive us to drink. They drive us to drink.
Wow.
No, that's just a thing. I don't get it. Because I mean, you know, for real, that's a thing here though. It is. Y'all say snow cones. We have snowballs. So
thanks for the drum. The butter. Mac. Jets Chaos. I'm gonna have to put you on blast.
Right, like what we doing here, man?
I'm not sure too, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm not digging that vibe. Not here for looks, only here for sports. So check yourself real quick. Thank you. Anyway. Thank you. Keep it moving. Next. So did Jimmy G fall flat?
Yes, Jimmy G went back to being Jimmy G that we get frustrated with. Feet got happy. And you can see it early on in the game. When Cam Jordan was on his head, you pretty much lost him the rest of the game. Happy feet throws are going to be all over the place. He's worried about who's going to hit him next. And when he gets to that point, when Jimmy gets touched early, that dictates a lot of what happens on our offense. Because once the feet start dancing around, you don't know what you're going to get, man. And it's very frustrating. Like he fell flat. I mean, it's simple as that. He didn't do what he needed to do. I mean, he won the game, but there were times where he could have gave that game up any moment, and it looked like he was about to.
I can't say he fell flat wise, but he was shaky though. I can't say he fell flat though. Falling flat is throwing picks, and you know, he was shaky though. He definitely was shaky. I can't say he fell flat.
He basically threw.
He tried to get y'all the ball.
Threw 2 picks. He
tried to get y'all the ball.
That touchdown really was. That was
a tip. Yeah, that was a tip.
It was a tip ball, so it was like, it was just like, how, you know, of all things that you throw, here we go again, 3 flies up, throwing the ball.
The honey badger mistimed that jump, bro. If he would have waited, if he would have waited a half a second, it would have been picked off. But he got antsy and he mistimed that jump, bro.
And that's what we mean by the inconsistency of Jimmy G that everybody else seems to miss when it comes to Jimmy G. Like, he is just praised out here, like he makes throws like he's Mahomes or something. And it's like, do y'all watch Jimmy G for real? Please tell me, do y'all watch Jimmy G? Please tell me.
And before people who are watching this get into the whole we're Jimmy G haters, that's not what it is at all. We just gave Jimmy G his props last week when he destroyed the Cardinals.
We did.
So we'll give him his props when it's due, but we're real fans. Like, we're not going to just ride because Jimmy G's on the field. Nah, you got to play well. You got to play well. So
it's week to week. It's week to week, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys would have the same, thoughts when it comes to y'all quarterback. So we would have the same thoughts like, come on now, last week on a short week, the way that we played, I'm thinking like, dang, bro, you went out here, you balled out, threw 4 touchdowns. Then you come back the next week, you threw an accident. It's 1 with the asterisk on the side of it.
and he's been good for the last.
Saints, but I can make jokes about us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it up.
Oh,
he's been good
Like,
for the
we can't
last
sit up
month,
here
not
and
turning
act
the
like
ball
we
over.
just played a flawless game and only scored 13 points with a backup quarterback.
Right.
Contract
So,
Jimmy
do y'all
is
rather
what he
Trey
calls
Lance?
him.
Y'all like Trey Lance better?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, y'all sounded
The
like a
fan
choir
base wants
saying.
Trey.
Y'all sounded like a choir saying.
we want Trey.
We want
I would have
Trey.
rather
The
faced
reason
Trey
why
yesterday.
we want Trey is because Trey has been going up against this #1 defense all off season. He was getting ready for this season. The playbook was about to be totally different, and all we did was go backwards to the same bull job that we've been playing for 6 years. And look at what it's doing to us now.
Ooh.
What's insanity? Same thing over and over again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same results.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So hold
We
on.
got Chris Smith in the
Chris says
chat.
we're complaining. We're not complaining. We're just being honest of the evaluation of what we saw. That's not complaining.
But you know what?
Jimmy was rattled.
Y'all gonna have fans that's gonna go back and forth and disagree, and that's where
Facts.
you can't kind of let your fans just, man, look, you gotta stand on what y'all feel like. Like you said, if Jimmy G, it's okay to be that kind of fan, man, that's gonna speak out. Me and Book have those debates all the time, and against our fans fussing with people, it could get frustrating because people don't know who and what to root for, and that shit is disgusting.
Let me ask y'all a question. You guys are Saints fans, so this is an honest question. Do you guys think that Jimmy G led the 49ers to any win, like leading up to the Super Bowl at any time that on our runs?
Nah, he was just the guy that was on it. He was just a quarterback. He didn't lead him. He was just a QB.
Oh, okay.
Y'all had a lot.
See? It
I
can't
don't
be
think he
just
led
us
him.
49er fans seeing this.
He
You know
was
what I'm
a
saying?
role
He
player.
didn't lead him. Yeah, he was a role player.
He was a role player in what y'all did, because y'all always had playmakers. You know,
Yeah.
if you stand there,
He didn't lead him.
you know,
I ain't gonna lie about that. I can't lie on that one.
We give a 4-yard pass to the Yak Bros. I wonder why they're called Yak Bros.
Y'all's after the Bros.
Yank it off, Jimmy. Let him make plays for you, my guy.
The guy that throws nothing but screens, but he's the reason why we win.
Marcus asked.
Right.
What are we talking about?
Marcus asked who would take Jimmy G. I think we heard that speculation like last year before last, so Jimmy G supposed to come here. But again, I'll take anybody if Sean Payton coaching them now. No, don't bring nobody else here.
And Saints fans did not want Jimmy here. They were adamant about not wanting Jimmy here. There was a few.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, we didn't want Jimmy, bro. Tina, right? We didn't want Jimmy. She right about that. We didn't want. I didn't want him either. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, what was the reasoning for not wanting him?
Because of the y'all don't like him.
Same thing, y'all. Same thing Rod telling us right now.
Okay.
Same thing you telling us right now. Same reason.
Same reason.
Same reasons. Like you gotta see what actually.
Trade alert. Trade alert.
Like, we just gotta look at what he does and bring to a team.
Double B Studio. No, that's no.
Trade alert.
No.
Plus now
says we don't want Jimmy.
Yeah, y'all have a lot of playmakers. But
And you know what? I don't think he'd want to come. To be honest with you, I don't
real
think he'd
talk
want to
though.
come here. Would you want to come here?
Hey,
I mean, come on.
Book, you want Andy over Jimmy?
Do I want Andy over Jimmy? What am I paying?
Yes, right?
Wait, $3 million for Andy versus how much for Jimmy? Yeah, you mean $3 million Andy over Jimmy?
6.5.
Okay, ladies.
We only
ladies, you want Andy or Jimmy?
I'd say I keep Andy. I keep Red Rifle.
Give me Andy, man.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the money though. I'm talking about the money, yeah.
But Jimmy wins games.
That's wild.
No, give me money.
Jimmy
that defense winning them games.
Right there.
That defense winning them games.
People to look at, for other people in another team to say, you know what, we wouldn't even want Jimmy G. And we're
give me
in
Andy
first
Dalton,
place,
bro.
and other people don't even want Jimmy G.
You think Jimmy could survive in New Orleans for real with this fan base?
Jimmy G wouldn't. Jimmy G's not surviving.
He doesn't survive our fan base.
He's not even surviving here.
He's not. Damn.
Everyone hates him.
Jimmy would be hanging out on Bourbon Street on Saturday night right before games. He's not going to survive New Orleans.
Yeah, bottle turned up.
Nope.
every night. No,
He don't return calls in the off season to George Kittle.
No,
he would not survive.
Oh, Tina, you talking about would he survive the city? I thought he was supposed to survive the fans.
Both the city and the fans. You know how we are. I say we, but I mean I'm not petty like that. But I mean I know how the fans are.
Man,
Double B Studio, you're killing me.
Where you at, Tina? Where you at? Metairie?
Yeah.
Where you at?
Metairie.
All right.
What that boy said, Jimmy?
I'm dead right now. I'm fucking dead.
Buy double. You talking out the side of your neck, not double.
He did play well. He did play well.
I really don't understand how people say that we're Jimmy haters. Like,
no, I don't think y'all are.
I'm not.
I feel like y'all feel like I think y'all feel like I feel with Andy. You want who is the best. Look, I get it though. I mean, like, why?
Tina, you're breaking my heart, Andy.
I'm just saying, man. Look, I know I'm hurting your cousin's feelings. Okay, I know that's your boy. I know y'all related. You ain't telling nobody. That's your distant cousin somewhere.
Cut that damn light on. I need to look in your eyes.
And let me just tell you something. When we saw Andy, I made a joke because they were calling him the Red Rifle, and I'm a redhead, so it's like I'm like, oh yeah, shout out for the redheads, whatever. I'm making jokes. I'm like, I don't want to have no part of that club no more. I'm sorry, I'm just done. Look,
Andy is at the end of his career.
Yes, he is.
People tend to forget. Him and AJ Green went crazy out there in Cincinnati and threw the 3-time Pro Bowler, but it's just he's older now.
He's a Band-Aid. He is a Band-Aid. That's all he is a Band-Aid.
You know what's funny? We're asking who is better at the end of his career, and we're talking about Jimmy G right now. Like, what year was Jimmy G ever good?
Oh man.
What year was Jimmy G even a Pro Bowler?
What
year was Jimmy G ever even known as an MVP threat?
He wasn't.
So, but I'm a hater though. So,
yet he led y'all to a Super Bowl
by being a captain. He did not lead us on. Like, what did
that boy
said?
Jimmy G is a top-notch game manager. That's what Jimmy G is. There's nothing more than that, and that's not a bad thing. That's not even.
It's not a bad thing at all.
That has a defense like this, manage the game, cool. But Kyle and them decided, you know what? We got to be more explosive. They see where the league is going. You got to be able to be more explosive. You got Buffalo. You got Pat Mahomes. Jimmy can't win those games. Like he's having issues winning those games. Kyle was like, let's move on. I don't hate Jimmy like that. Like,
that's true.
Jimmy is a solid
quarterback.
Of
having Trey in there, Jack Chaos.
Man,
the possibility of having Trey in there is the unknown. That's the part we don't know. He's only played 4 games. I know that. I don't know. We have no idea what we're going to get from him. But I guarantee we know what we're going to get from Jimmy G.
Exactly. And if Trey's not the answer, we will come on here and say Trey is not the answer. It ain't about, we think Trey is just that much better. We don't know yet. But I know Jimmy gets my heart. Like, I get concerned in games like this where he can give it up at any moment. And it happens way too often. Way too often.
Right. And being a realist come with telling the truth. And guess what? People not going to like y'all telling the truth about y'all quarterback and y'all system. Y'all do have a lot of weapons, man. I ain't going to lie. I thought y'all going to run all over us. D4 and Christian. But, I mean, we contain the run. We contain the pass. But the best team won yesterday. We a mess right now.
I think what's sad.
Jimmy wasn't the reason why y'all won. Y'all defense stout for real. That's why y'all won that game.
I think at the end of the day, the Saints defense said, Jimmy G, you guys can beat us. They put the game in Jimmy G's hands. Like, you know how nerdy that is? Anytime a 49er fan hears the game is in Jimmy G's hands and not in the running attack, it's like, wait, what? Well, every 49er fan gets nervous anytime the game is in his hands. Nobody's happy or like, oh, yes, we're going to win this game because it's in Jimmy G's hand.
Breezes.
No 49er fan gets happy about that. Nobody.
That's bad then, man. For real, seriously, because like you said, y'all gonna have to face some tough teams, and it's only gonna get harder. Y'all don't want
I agree. Yes.
You don't want to get this far.
That's the scary part behind having Jimmy G.
Yeah, right. You don't want to be getting this far and then get knocked out the first round because you had you didn't have no good QB play. That's where it starts at, man. Your quarterback is your bread and your butter. Don't nothing get started without good quarterback play. Like seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
so where
Chris,
where do you think he winds up next season?
I honestly don't know, but I hope it's a good situation for him. Like I'm a hope he does well wherever he goes. If it's the Jets, I don't know where he's gonna go, but cool, good for Jimmy. He's doing his own thing. I didn't want him back this year personally. Am I happy now that he was still here? Yes, because if Trey would have still got hurt, we would have been in a little bit of trouble. No doubt about that.
right now.
Exactly.
You said what?
That's true.
Yeah, y'all.
I agree with you. What have I been saying all year, Gina? I've been calling Jimmy G up quarterback. Period. That's what he's like. What is it that what is the part that I can't accept? Jimmy G is not a starting quarterback anymore. Like,
I won't even say that, Rod. I'll say he's not a starting quarterback for us. Like, can he go somewhere else to start? Yes, go ahead, Jimmy.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's our back. Hey, you guys, this is Adam to the Saints fans. This is Adam. He's the founder of the network that my show is on, Driving to the Top, and he's a Steelers fan. Welcome to Adam.
Yeah, speaking of Andy Dalton, my Steelers own that guy. 3-14 record. That's crazy. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight?
Jimmy on the Jets and they win the Super Bowl.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Put Jimmy on the Jets and they go to the Super Bowl. Okay. Now I like
really saying this.
He went to the dispensary before he got on here.
Thank
you.
So I've said this before and I'll say it again. Okay. I am grateful that Jimmy is on my team as a backup. Okay. I'm glad.
Correct.
For those that are joining us tonight that haven't heard me say this before, I was at the game at Levi's against Seattle when Trey was carted off. It was very heartbreaking, and Jimmy took over and won the game against Seattle, which was a very important game because Seattle owned us, okay, for quite some time. So it was good to get that win and have Jimmy there, okay? So going forward, yes, we are, like, quote unquote, Jimmy is helping to, if you want to say, save our season, yet our defense has always been our identity for like the last 3 years or whatever. I mean, I don't know how far back I can go because I'm going off the top of my head, but 2019, our Super Bowl season, our defense was our identity along with our run game. And that's why when we picked up, CMC, it was to strengthen our run game because we didn't have Mostert, and Elijah Mitchell got injured week 1. You know what I'm saying? So like now that we don't have him anymore, again, it's like we're fucked. Kyle Shanahan, I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to keep on like reestablishing that run game identity. We don't have an offensive coordinator. He's all we got. Kyle Shanahan's all we got. So he needs to get out of his fucking head. He needs those plays together. He needs to be his own identity and not Mike Shanahan. Like, seriously, I don't know what he's doing, but like, I believe in our team. I'm a 49ers fan first. Like, that means I stick with the quarterback we have. I cheer him on. I'm always at the game. I'm always at my TV going, come on, Jimmy, you can do it. And I said this after the Seahawks game after we won, I said, oh no, we're standing at the car at, well, my brother's van. And we're like, you know what's going to happen. We're in love with what Jimmy did today. What's going to happen? What are we used to? Him taking us all the way there, and our hearts are probably going to get broken. And that's what I'm afraid of. Not that I think Jimmy is a horrible quarterback. I mean, he does decent. He's not the biggest contributor. He's just, like helps our team. But he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not, well, I don't know what Josh Allen's going to be at some point. I mean, he obviously didn't go to the Super Bowl yet. He's not one of the greats yet. He's not Drew Brees. But, I mean, we don't know. We don't know yet because of him. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I would like to say that I agree wholeheartedly with what Gina just said. Like, as long as you're a 49er fan, of course you're going to ride with Jimmy. Like, that would be a fool. You would be a fool to say, you know what? Season's over. We're done at week 2. No. We have as a backup quarterback. We have Jimmy G as our backup quarterback. Thankfully, he is there. It all worked out for that reason. So why would I hate because he's still here now? No, please continue to win. Please help us to continue to win. But to make it seem like we're going to wait to put the whole game on Jimmy G's back, entire game, that's a scary game now. The game totally changes. Everybody's heart is beaten and then some. I'm not saying that we wouldn't win the game, but I don't know if it would be because of Jimmy G. That's the point. You just got to be honest on. Like, we beat Green, it wasn't because of Jimmy G, but we won the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these games that we won against Dallas. It wasn't because of Jimmy G, but because he's on the team, he's going to get the W for it. That's a given. It's a team game. So now, because not only do we want, a explosive offense and everything like that, but we also want somebody who can read past the first, the second, or third throws. Again, his contract, Jimmy. So Jimmy's kind of that's why he's looking to third, fourth, and fifth, looks and stuff like that. Jimmy wasn't doing that all the time last year. Jimmy's not throwing the ball away and stuff like that. Jimmy runs backwards in the end zone and gives us
that was the worst play of the season. And Jesus.
And then he turns around and throws the ball, which would have been a pick 6 on that. So it wouldn't have mattered which way. That was just a dumb play. But
this is the thing, Rod. This is the thing.
They'll make excuses for Jimmy.
Right. And this goes to Chris. One, the question was about Jimmy because he got into the whole why we hating on Jimmy thing. We support Jimmy, and we should be able to hold him accountable. That's what fans should be doing. Should he have played better in the game? Did he play a great game, Chris? He could have played better, and that's what we're saying. Jimmy, we've seen him play better. Hell, we just saw last week what he did. He could have played better in that game. And for us to come out here and say that, that's what we're saying. Just like the Saints fans on the Treese and Book and all them, they're saying their team could have played better in that game and won the game. That's all we're saying. This is healthy debate. Just because we don't think he played well in a game don't mean we're hating on the guy. Like, that's the thing. Y'all keep taking this hating shit way too far. Like, oh, y'all some Jimmy hater. No, we just told y'all we're happy that he was still on the team, or else we'd be in a world of trouble this season with Trey being hurt. So miss me with all the hating shit. Like, that should be frustrating the hell out of me. Yeah. But we can hold people accountable. It's the same thing I hold Kyle accountable when I feel like Kyle could be doing better. And I love Kyle. But I'm going to be real about it and be like, he's got to be held accountable for what he's doing right now. So it's the same thing. We all got to look at it. I'm not going to sit there and be like, Jimmy is just balling out if he's not balling. But last week when we were on here, I was giving Jimmy his praise. We damn near said it was his best game ever played because he balled out. Like, that's just what it is.
Right. This week,
killing me with that shit.
It was y'all stellar number 1 defense held y'all up, dog. Because if them dudes don't make them plays on defense, then it probably would be a different outcome. So shout out to y'all defense, man. Them boys stepped up when they probably saw, okay, well, look, we see what the Saints doing on defense. They stuffing our run. They blocking passes. Now we got to step up because our offense not doing it. And that's how I feel like our offense didn't step up when our defense was balling. So you have those type of games.
And like he just said, if you don't make guys accountable,
that's why I
and they
y'all was
played
saying earlier
in their media, and if they're
like for y'all defense to only give up 13
Gina and
points
Rod,
that way, like that is something that we get nervous about. That's real.
Yeah. I still gave them dudes their props. I'm like, cause look, the Mario Davis, that dude, between him and Cam, they the anchors. They really the anchors, and we still missing Lattimore. We still missing him. We still missing Pete Warner. You know, we was missing some dudes yesterday. So they gave up 13, hostile environment on the road. Shout out to my defense, man. Our offense just ain't bail them dudes out.
Yo, Chris, go back and listen to the beginning episode. We was talking shit about how we won the game. Ain't nobody complaining about after the done.
I guess.
Hey, Chris, I gotta let you know.
We must have played a flawless game. The 49ers played a flawless game in a 13-0 victory, according to Chris. Because this is just crazy. That 13-0 flawless game then. Because I don't know which you got. Yes, we liked the win. Like, I don't know how many times we have to keep saying that portion, but really, you guys.
Yeah, they didn't hear that. They didn't hear that, though.
I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna be looking at you. Why haven't we won one in 6 years? But again, we'll blame it on Kyle for the non-execution, right? Because the quarterback ball every time on the play that needs to be called, the executor and something that be, that scene. Anybody know why we do this? That's the change of play, right? That's the change in call or to switch the play, right? Who is that, Jimmy, or is that Kyle doing that? I need an answer from somebody.
Yeah.
Jimmy. So if Jimmy's doing this, he's some type of control on the offense too.
I'm in here laughing. So, hey, I know, right? Hey, so Chris, check this out. This show is an overreaction show, which means we're overreacting to every little thing about the game. That's the purpose of this.
And we love the debate, Chris. Keep coming back to the show, man.
Yeah.
We love the interaction.
We need it. We feed off
because I love running to people. I don't mind it. I don't get mad. I just love the debate, especially over this.
It's sport. We all passionate about it. We fanatics. That's why we on this kind of stuff, man. Like we enjoy talking about our teams.
Absolutely.
We want them to be elite. We want them to be great, and it's healthy debate. Just like with the Saints fans, it's healthy debate.
Yeah, you want your team to perform well every single week and ball out every week. And I mean, y'all could be undefeated right now, and you'd probably still be on things and nitpick your team because you want them to be the best team on Sunday. I mean, hell, look what happened to the Patriots. They were undefeated, and look what happened to them. I mean, so you're always going to find something to pick with your team. I mean, like, damn, our Super Bowl season, I was still finding things, to pick with their team, because if you don't, you don't make them accountable for the mistakes that you're making, whether it's Kyle or Jimmy, then the team becomes complacent. You become the Saints of 2022. That's where we are right now, complacent, because there's no accountability for the mistakes we're making. And we're a poor team making bad decisions and bad mistakes. If we were a good team winning, we'd be picking them apart just as much today and tomorrow if we would have won yesterday, because that's what you do. When you're a fan of your team, you want your best team out there on Sunday or whatever day they play. So I don't think y'all are wrong for picking apart the things, because I mean, like I said, y'all want to win a championship. That's the goal of every team. You want to win a Super Bowl. So I mean, if you can do better and your coach isn't, putting it out there every Sunday and your quarterback's not the guy for you, there's nothing wrong with calling that out.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
To answer your question,
and the
Chris,
thing is
Chris
he is a backup.
To know his tendencies and everything like that, because somebody's tendencies, that's what makes it more frustrating. Is because we know exactly what we're going to get from Jimmy G. Like, it's the unexpected plays that he makes that surprise us. But when he's like yesterday, we know what we're getting. And we just hope that things like it happened when he threw the interception, that it was a penalty. That's the part that we like, whoo, because the games did out throwing the interception, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, it's coming, and it didn't. Thanks as a penalty. So, that's just, we understand tendencies. I agree. We just frustrated with the tendencies of 6 years. You can't tell me being in a relationship that your woman is always happy with the same situation of what you're doing. Eventually, she's going to ask you to change some things up if y'all in a real relationship, or whatever you decide to date.
That's true. Now, let me ask you something.
I'm just saying.
Now, when the Niners come on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays, do any of y'all faithfuls, do y'all go into the games with the mindset like, oh Lord, I know he about to fuck up? Do y'all always think he about to fuck up?
I don't.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
No,
okay,
I don't think he's gonna fuck up. In my head, I just be like, please don't.
Okay, because like just a little.
I do that too, Rod.
Your words have power. Like, it's been a many times I've watched Saints games on TV, or had I been at the Dome or what have you, and certain things I say to myself or say out loud, it really come to pass, and I be like, damn, do they hear me through the TV? Like yesterday I screamed, and step, and even though they took it back, they got to intercept. So it's just things that I say to my team, and I say it out loud, and I just speak it over them, and some things, man, a lot of things manifest more than a little. So that's why I was saying, if y'all go into the game like, man, Jimmy G, he about to throw a pick, I know he about to do this, that, and this, you cannot get upset if it manifests on TV because you're speaking it. Your words have power. That's all I want to tell y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I agree with you. I agree with that. I know what you're talking. That true.
Oh yeah, you be like, oh, he gonna throw a pick. The next thing you know, he didn't throw a pick. You like, man, what the fuck?
I think a lot of our reactions is more like, damn it, Jimmy. Like, we get a lot of damn it, Jimmy moments. And it's not that, like you're saying, we thinking it's coming. We just be like, what did you see? Like, damn it, Jimmy.
We're like, what were you looking at? Who were you throwing it to?
The other person, the other team.
It was
because I think the way Alante Taylor jumped the route,
he threw it directly to y'all's team.
Yeah, the way I think Alante Taylor jumped that route.
I'm saying,
he's like one of our young promising DBs. He's a young promising stuff. I actually like him in our defense too. But he had turned on the Jets, and I just thought we was about to get on the board. The 49ers defense said, shit, y'all ain't getting on the board here.
Right, that's what they said.
Yeah, I hope Trey works out too.
Hey, man, they stepped up when they needed to. They stepped up. That's all I stepped up. The fact that Alvin Kamara just had those 2 plays. Outside of that, this really was a close game.
It really was a close game, right? It really was an enjoyable game. Like,
it was. It really.
You guys had a missed field goal. Really, yeah, missed field goal. We should have had a field goal ourselves. Instead, Jimmy ran it in for whatever reason, and so there was some missed opportunities.
And what did I say the other night? What did I tell y'all the other night? I said this will be a close game if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. I said that. I said a 3-point game. I was figuring it.
Yeah.
And what did we do? We shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, like,
I just shot ourselves in the foot, blew the whole foot off.
You blew the motherfucker off.
But hold on. Hey, Saints fans. Earlier, remember last Friday,
am I really witnessing this
I had said that we was going to have another blowout. I had said we was going to have another blowout, and we have that blowout. We only got 13 points.
Yeah,
so
but
I thought we was going to have a blowout. Jimmy G would have had another game. So how that hate on our team?
Y'all had a shutout win. Like, man, look, that's a lot to write home about. That defense y'all got them.
And I told y'all that. I said the Saints have a habit of playing down to teams they should beat,
But-
and when they're playing
Hold
teams
on.
they should lose to, and y'all were 9-point favorites. So y'all should have literally like kicked us all the way back to New Orleans. But I mean, if we wouldn't have did it, if we wouldn't have, like she said, shot the whole damn foot off, I mean, we could have won this game.
We could have won this game. And guess what? The whole time I'm thinking, we still got this. We still got this. But like when that second fumble happened,
How many
I was like,
times you tweet, Treese? How many times you say that to me, Treese? Treese was like, all right, don't let us get in this game. And I'm like,
look, man,
in my
look,
head,
man, he was
genuinely,
we was in
I
the
was
inbox.
like, I hope they don't.
Man, he was talking like during the game.
Really sitting
He
here
was
like
like,
this.
oh, he was like, oh, here we go. I was like, I told you.
Here
Because
we
again,
go.
like,
And that's all I can say.
But you know what that goes back to,
Here we
Treese? That
go
goes back
again.
to the years of having Drew Brees here, because how many times did he bail us out in the fourth quarter?
Oh,
We get used to that.
man,
You know, we like in our minds, like, oh yeah, it ain't over yet. We can
It
still
ain't
come
over yet.
back.
That's a Drew Brees and Sean mentality because
Yep.
I mean, we watched him bail us out. I'm talking about, you ever had a time you watching a game, 2 seconds, 2-minute drill, seconds on the clock. This man about to go win this game. We just knew he was going to win the game, and he held true to his word. He won that game with seconds on the clock. So
And people never gave him the respect that he deserved. Want to sit
No.
there and call him everything under the sun? It's like, come on, man.
Who?
Drew Brees.
Who didn't respect him? Though I'm saying, who didn't
A
respect him?
lot of people towards the end, they would talk about Drew. They were like, oh yeah, we need to draft another quarterback. I mean, the dude never won. He never won MVP. Every record that he broke is like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, it's Drew freaking Brees broke every record under the sun. Never won an MVP in the league. To me, though, I don't put a lot of stock in that anymore because it's a glorified popularity contest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on, wait,
And
hold
they
on,
love
Tina.
Brady.
Hold on,
And they
Tina.
love
Wait a
Brady.
minute now, y'all. What year should he have won? Tell me the year he should have won MVP. What year should he have won?
2009.
2009? Okay.
Shit, if we would have went to the Super Bowl 2011 and got past the Niners, he would have won that year too.
Mm-hmm.
That man.
Shout out to my partner in crime, Ishii. What's up, Ishii?
That's arguably. What up, Ishii? Hey, that was arguably one of. I think that 2011 defense, in my opinion, was better than this defense right now.
Oh yeah, Justin Smith.
That defense was way more physical.
Justin Smith. Y'all had Willis too,
exactly. Yeah, that defense was. I would have been way more nervous about that defense.
Yeah.
This defense, don't get me wrong, is good, but that defense was scary, man. 9 Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, that defense was scary.
That defense was scary. That was a real.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest games ever, boy. That 2011 game in Frisco. Even when we came on the other side of it, Tina, we came in on the other side of it. That was one of the greatest games ever. I watched.
Yep.
Jimmy Graham. We had Sprozy. Man, it was just a beautiful game.
Oh, you talking about 2011?
Let me ask this question.
2011, yeah. 2011.
Oh, that was awesome.
Marcus? Why would you hate on somebody who's only played 4 games? You don't even know what they've done, and you call yourself a 49er fan?
Exactly. But we're haters.
We're haters though. Who you hating on?
Trey.
Haters, but you, a person who ain't played but 4 games and has been injured, and you're calling him a bust, and he's not gonna be something after 4 starts. And
I ain't gonna lie.
Fan.
Nah, wait, because somebody
Hold on, wait a
said,
minute.
he said we used to fuck Breeze up. No, y'all fucked them up in the dome that year we played, y'all. But when we used to have an O-line. We used to have an O-line, baby. You couldn't touch Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't touch him once upon a time. Like, I disagree with you, love.
No, but wait, hold on, Rod. I ain't gonna lie. Why? Why? I ain't gonna say the man a bust. He's not a bust. It's too early to say this with a bust. He haven't played it long to say he's a bust. But I would say I don't think he's ready to lead y'all to a Super Bowl. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think he's ready for that though.
And I can respect that, but I can't go out here and people saying, he ain't gonna make it. He a bust. We don't know.
Yeah, I can't say that though.
He ain't played enough yet. We don't know what we got.
Yeah, you can't say the man a bust. That's hate. Yeah, that is hate. Hate. That's hate. That man ain't no bust.
Drew Brees was 8-3 against the Niners.
You're a fan of this?
Drew Brees is what?
8-3.
8-3 against the Niners.
Who said that? Who that is? Who is that?
That's Adam.
That's Adam. That's true. Like we was pretty good against the Niners. But the Niners still had a defense back then. They still had playmakers. Like it always was like this with the Niners, and I can respect games like that. Even like I told y'all the other night, all in the West when it was throwback, it used to be the Niners used to be beating us up. But when Drew came 8-3, that's a good stat to have against a good team.
You asked many Saints fans the shoulda, coulda, woulda question of what game they remember and when it changed, and they all will say that 2011 playoff game against y'all.
Yeah,
because everybody was convinced that we were going back to the Super Bowl that year.
We was because we was gonna play the Giants.
Yep, that's the game everybody talks about. They always talk about that game. Like, man, Pierre Thomas got knocked out. Changed that game.
We was gonna kill it. We was gonna murder Eli in that dome.
Oh yeah. Like, okay, like somebody was asking me this other day. They said, how you put Drew Brees up against Eli Manning? He got 2 rings. Drew has 1. I'm like, but I mean, you're gonna sit there and say that Eli Manning's a better. Yes, I know somebody asked me that the other day. We were talking about Super Bowl rings, and they were like, "Well, Drew's not ever going to get the respect because he don't have a second ring." And I'm like, "You're gonna sit there and say because Eli Manning has 2 rings that he's a better quarterback than Drew Brees?" I'm like, "Come on!" I was like, "That's
so they put Eli over Marino."
As an impartial fan, I have to say I think Eli Manning is kind of trash.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
right.
Hold on. No. I'm talking to the person who asked
Drew Brees over Eli. I'm sorry.
We were talking about top 5 quarterbacks, and I had and of course I had Drew in top 5, and somebody said, "Well, Brady's got all these rings." I'm like, "Yeah, but some of those don't count." And it's a team sport. And then they talk about Manning, and then they're like, "Well, what about Eli?" And I'm like, "What about Eli?" And they're like, "Well, he's got 2 rings." I'm like, "And what? Again, what? You're gonna put him against Drew Brees? Come on, Drew Brees." And I
should have beat the championship at Candlestick. I was there. I was so fucking pissed off when Kyle Williams muffed it. Oh my god. Anyways, that should have been.
I wouldn't even put him in
beat
top
Tom
10.
Brady. But anyway,
I wouldn't even put Eli in the top 10 of all time. I'm sorry.
I'm better.
The 2 rings mean nothing to me.
Seriously, he's not even in the top 10.
No,
Eli is not in top 10.
No.
Hell no.
The 2 rings mean nothing. I'm sorry.
I tell you what. See how Tom Brady.
Go ahead, Rod.
Tom Brady's still in the league because Tom Brady never had a rotary cuff injury. Drew will probably still be playing, old and everything, and it'll probably be the battle of them 2. But man, look, that remains to be seen. But Drew was small but mighty, and he fought wars in the ring for the Saints. And we won a lot of games on that man arm. We did have a trash defense going 7-9. It was like, he's stat padding. No, I mean, shit, we can't stop nobody. So we got to get in shootouts with everybody.
Go ahead, Rob.
Crazy.
We wasted his best years. It's sad.
Marcus.
Yeah, we did before we started getting the defense.
Hey, Marcus, you really ain't a 49er fan. You really not one. You really not a 49er fan. Keep it a buck. You really not one. You really not one.
He not because he's talking crazy right now.
You can't say that and tell me you're a 49er fan. You're really not one. Be real.
I know him. He says he is.
No,
y'all sound just like us. I fuss with people.
Jamarcus Russell though. Come on, man. Jamarcus Russell. Come on now.
I've known Marcus a year, and he's a Niners fan.
Nah, he sounds like he a Jimmy fan. Like he talking slick though. Like it's low key. You cool on Marcus, but you not basing it off of anything. He ain't basing it off of anything. Give him a season.
I'm not fucking double P.
Saints fans here. Did we not just say earlier, maybe 20 minutes ago, if Trey's not the guy, we will be on here saying Trey's not the guy.
Yeah, y'all did.
We gotta see what he can do first. Like
you're a suspect fan if you think that way. I'm sorry.
Look, I play Madden too. That don't just because you know football. What does that mean? We all on here know football.
You tell somebody that they
right.
And then you bring up Jamarcus Russell, a person who didn't even look at a playbook. And then you gonna sit up here and say that? Like, you really?
Wait, why can't we bring this guy on? Gina,
I don't know, buddy.
Can we bring this guy on?
Oh God, this will be a 3-hour show.
Can we add him?
Oh,
my bad. Can we bring Chris on? Can we bring Chris on or Marcus? Who I don't know.
I thought he was slick when he was talking about he was Kaepernick 2.0.
Marcus,
correct me if I'm wrong. Was Cap in the Super Bowl?
Cap was in the Super Bowl.
He was. In, you just made the whole Jimmy G's been in the Super Bowl. Jimmy G in the Super Bowl. Cap was in the Super Bowl. So if he is Cap 2.0, so what?
Right.
Stop saying that like I just like a terrible thing.
Like it's a slight.
Yeah, like you being slick with what you're saying, and I'm reading between the lines. Like,
hey, Marcus, you want to come on? Marcus, you want to come on the show? I'll send you an invite.
That's gonna call you flat out. I'm just
y'all have every right to face y'all
accusers that will call you out.
Marcus, do you want to come on? I'll send you the invite.
Come on, Marcus.
Put yes or no in the comments.
I dare you.
You're not coming. He's not gonna come.
Take the link.
You want to smoke with me tonight? Stay up. Hey, it's almost it's literally almost midnight. I will stay up just for you. Just
wait, what time?
Hey, he's got his own boxing show. He's got his own boxing show. He's got a good boxing show.
Wait, what time is out there by y'all?
Yeah,
I don't care.
He's got a boxing show.
Talk.
I definitely come on, Marcus. All right.
Show don't know football.
All right, Marcus. I'm gonna send you the link right now on Twitter. All right, I'm sending it to you right now. You better come in. He better come in.
So this would have been Jimmy G's third ring, right? If you guys would have won in 2019, would that put him up there as the greatest?
This guy. we count backup rings now. That's what we're doing.
There's still a ring.
Backup rings.
We count backup rings.
I mean, Bubby Brister. Does anyone know that Bubby Brister has a Super Bowl ring?
Bubby Brister.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he backed up John Elway.
Oh Lord, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Bubby Brister.
Those weren't the Kubiak years?
I'm not sure the head coach was of Denver then.
No, I thought Kubiak was his backup. Yes, Jimmy got rings playing behind Brady. That's cool. He can get rings playing behind Trey too. That's cool. I'll take that.
Yeah, right. That boy got the rings. Them Brady rings.
I was just going off the conversation because Chris said Jimmy got rings.
Hey,
Marcus Russell.
Gina, did Marcus used to box? He may have CTE.
No.
It's a legit question. It's a real. Did he used to box? It's a fair question. Now.
That's fair.
I'm not poking fun at the guy. He may have gotten hit a couple of many times. He may have gotten hit too many times. That's a fair question.
You know, we should ask him when he gets on if he does or not. Oh my God, double B.
All you need is a body of work, man. Give the man the chance to make a body of work of film so we can see if he can play or not. We don't.
Some people love
yet.
Jimmy. Man, I see these comments. They love Jimmy G.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
I forgot. Wait.
Oh, come on.
They love Jimmy G. Jimmy got rings.
Come on now.
She brought out
real.
I can't. Chris Smith. But this is the Chris Smith that I know. I swear to God.
Don't speak on Jimmy. That's ancient history for you.
You cannot compare the two.
That's ancient history.
That's like,
yeah,
I mean,
Chris
that's
casual, man. Chris don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, Chris, are you Chris? Are you DJ or are you insane? Because I need to know which Chris Smith this is.
But see, these are the kind of arguments we get into in Niner Twitter. Like, this is the kind of arguments we get into. Like,
I see why. Hey, why follow me on Twitter? Why?
I did. I got all y'all. I just added all y'all.
Okay, good.
All right.
I really rock with y'all. Like, man, when I come to, I'm looking for Gina. I'm looking for everybody.
For sure. But I take it that he ain't taking the link. Y'all send him the link?
I sent him the link. Yeah.
And it take that long to come on here.
Yeah, just click it.
Maybe he's setting it up or something.
He ain't coming in here, man. That boy
He
ain't
playing
coming.
Madden right now because he know football.
The silence
I mean,
speaks volumes.
Yeah, he's saying it to us like we don't know what we're talking about. Like, come
boy
on,
ain't
man.
coming in.
Go back and forth with
That boy ain't coming in here, man.
over
Is
who
that
y'all
him there or is that Rod?
Anybody coming in, buddy?
There's Rod. That's Rod.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it was a good game. It was a fun
Maybe
weekend.
Marcus got to load up his laptop. Maybe he was
Y'all
commenting
see
on
me?
his phone.
No, we can't see you, Rod.
No, we can't see you, Rod.
What the hell?
I don't know what's going on, Rod. We can't
Loading
see
his
you.
laptop.
Maybe he's loading up his laptop.
No, that man ain't coming.
All the posting he been doing? That boy ain't got
Hey,
to load up
because
nothing.
but trip off this, he's not even in the comments right now, so maybe he's like getting shit ready.
Probably.
Man, that boy ran. He ran him off. He ain't coming.
What did Chris say? Tell me one thing we're thankful for Jimmy for. What for? What? Like we've already said we're happy he was the backup quarterback this year, or else we would be in trouble. I don't know how many times we got to say that. Like,
yeah,
we done talked about it numerous times already.
I don't know how many times y'all gotta say that.
Like
wait, is Chris a Niner fan, y'all?
Oh yeah.
Apparently he's a Niner
Look,
fan. I mean, I'm a so.
Double B says, thanks, Jimmy, for keeping me on the edge of my seat every time he hit shotgun.
Oh no. Hey,
Double B, I mean.
that's horrible.
He goes, I got stronger calves now.
Oh, sideways Rod in the building.
Bro,
Sideways.
So let me tell you, I get excited when Andy goes shotgun because I know Olave about to catch the ball. I just know my rookie about
everything
to catch this
tripping
ball.
on mine.
Why my phone
Join
was
the club.
All right.
Well, on a shitty note for fantasy owners, it looks like Najee Harris might be done for a while.
Oh wait, how many yards he got?
Why? What happened?
Abdominals. Something
He got hurt?
abdominal. He got
Abdominals? He got hurt?
Yeah.
That's the same thing that happened to Lattimore. He's been out for a couple of weeks. I think they said he lacerated kidney.
Oh, I think he might be here.
There he is! There he is! Marcus!
Uh-oh.
What's up, Marcus?
So go ahead, tell us.
He's on mute. He's on mute. You got to unmute yourself, buddy.
You're on mute, Marcus.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, we don't do no smoke over here. What's good?
Marcus! What's up?
I still stand on what I say because none of your shit made sense to me.
Okay.
Right.
So we talking about Trey, and you guys are saying that it takes you X amount of years to find out if a bust is a bust, right?
No, we didn't say that. We said he hasn't even played a season.
He played 4 games. In those 4 games, he was trash. Yes or no?
Trash. Wait, what?
Trash, not trash, but he was okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was trash.
The Texans game that I went to, the first half, he wasn't that good. The second half, he was really good.
Right. He was really good. He wasn't trash overall. He's never been trash in any game. So what's your point?
Okay, Marcus. Hold on. Wait, let me ask Marcus a question. Marcus, tell us the trash QB. What's the trash QB to you?
Thank you. You brought up Jamarcus Russell, somebody who don't even read a fucking playbook. But yet you follow this team and you know what Trey does behind closed doors, and that's what you bring to the table? Jamarcus Russell? Yeah. What? Dog,
it's an analogy.
It's
an analogy. An analogy is basically comparing that we only needed to see 2 games of Jamarcus Russell to know Jamarcus Russell was trash. You guys have seen 4 games of Trey, and you guys are still holding out hope that this kid ain't trash. I'm telling you right here today, that kid is trash, and you gonna find out a year from now that this kid is trash. Record this recording. You will basically come back to this recording and be like, that boy Marcus was telling me the truth. He was giving me them dime facts. He was dropping it like he was Joe Frazier. He was giving it to me left and right, but I wouldn't listen.
Oh, wow.
So if you're wrong, you're gonna come back here and say the same thing, right?
If I'm wrong, I'll definitely come back and say that I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I duck no smoke.
That makes him a
Saying Trey Lance trash. Oh no, that's not a good take.
And let's stop calling it 4 games. He played 3 games. 3
We'll
games.
give him 3.5.
Because guess what? Every
No,
time
he played 3 games.
Okay, let's give him 3 games. All 3 games of those 3 games, he was trash.
Oh wow.
Let's give him 2 games. Those 2 games, he was trash.
Oh,
Let's give him 1 game. That game was trash.
I can't lie, Marcus. I can't say you trash, bro.
So you don't like Trey? Just he's done, right? Hold on. So Trey can't improve at all, right? What is he? What is Trey? 21?
Trey is what, 20, 21? He
21
can
years
improve.
old.
Yeah, 21 years. Yeah,
He can improve.
Played 3 games, ain't played a season.
I mean, he's at the bottom. The only way he can go is up, right?
But is he not talented enough to go up? That's what I'm asking you. You saying he just ain't gonna make it?
No, he ain't gonna make it.
Based
Well,
off
why-
of what though?
Every
You don't
time
think he's talented, Marcus?
What are you seeing that he's just so trash? Don't just say he's trash. What are you seeing?
What am I
Tell
seeing?
me
He
what
can't
you're
even
seeing.
hit cats in the flat, man. That's the easiest pass in football. The flat. He's overthrowing on the flat. That should tell you everything right there.
Hold on, Marcus. We're gonna say tone and delivery. First off, we're gonna say tone and delivery. So that's one thing. All right, so he don't make passes in the flats. Okay, what else he got?
We also show that he doesn't know how to read defenses, which is natural. He's a youngster. You know what I'm saying? He's not coming to the draft knowing how to, basically coordinate, differences between defenses. We know that, right? But you should know how to check down. And that's something he struggles with mightily.
What was the weakness of Trey when they came into the league? What did they say he didn't have?
I don't know what his
He didn't have any game experience. He barely played any games, right?
No, he played a year.
He played a year.
He played a
year. And that
played
was
a year.
2 years prior to him getting drafted.
What did
That
Joe
was the
Burrow
whole
play?
argument about Trey is
What
does
did,
he
wait,
have enough games?
hold on.
He
What did
needs
Joe
games.
Burrow play? He played a year.
The year before he got drafted, he played, correct?
Right.
Joe Burrow. Did Trey play the year before he got drafted?
Yeah.
No, it was a COVID year. He didn't play. That was the problem.
This man
They're
don't know what
saying
he's
Trey
talking
didn't.
about. And y'all still
Trey
fucking
did not
listening to
have
him.
the reps like that.
What the hell we talking
That was the
about, man?
whole issue. So we knew it was going to take time for Trey to develop. Again, if Trey is not the guy, I will say Trey is not the guy. I don't have enough film to sit here and say Trey's not the guy. You talking preseason games, the 3 games he played. He's played 1 game this season. That's what I was going to use this season to see, hey, where are we at with Trey? He got 1 game in Chicago. Was it a good game? No, I didn't really like that game. But I saw potential in the game. I saw throws that he made. You talking about just writing the kid off already. That is ridiculous to me. You're not evaluating the talent. Give it time to show you something, to do something. Players develop. Okay, you saying he don't hit passes in the flats. Okay, he misses some passes in
We're
the
going to
flats.
have
Jimmy
to
misses
agree
passes.
to disagree. And like
That's
I
cool.
said, we're going to come back to this. I'm going to be in the background. I'm going to be watching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show up with them receipts.
What receipts though? Like, what is there to show up to? What's the receipts to show up to though?
I'm going to be there with them receipts. I'm going to remind you of this conversation that we had.
Marcus, what are we saying? Do you know what we're saying?
Yeah, what you're saying is basically he hasn't had enough time to show us whether he's going to be a bust or not. And
I said I don't know. We don't know.
You don't know, right? You don't know. I'm telling you, I do know. That's the difference.
You said you know it all?
You saying I know, you saying you don't know.
You know it all, right?
I'm not saying I know it all.
Is that what you just said?
I'm not. No, that's not what I said.
Okay, what did you say then?
I know the book of Trey Lance.
You know the book of Trey Lance. This guy.
Marcus, have you boxed before? Have you boxed before, bro?
I boxed before. When I was a youngster, I was Golden Gloves.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
There we go. We getting somewhere, y'all.
Was it pre-headgear, post-headgear? What are we talking about? I'm just curious. I need to know. Because Rod and I both love boxing. We want to know. Like, what kind of go to guys we talking here?
We getting somewhere, y'all. We getting somewhere.
I'm dead.
All I'm saying is,
Spencer Crawford, man.
If Trey becomes who I think he can be, don't not show up.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna show up, and I'm definitely gonna give you your props, and I'm gonna definitely say Marcus was wrong. If I was wrong.
By the way, Chance Crawford can't beat Errol Spence. Just let you know.
You really ain't no 49 man, huh?
Man, I've been a 49er fan all my life. I was raised by my grandma who was a 49ers fan. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense, okay? Let's stop the nonsense.
Marcus, let me ask you this.
It's okay.
Let me ask you this, Marcus. Let me ask you this. Right, hold on, Rod. Rod, let me ask you one question. Marcus, when they drafted Trey Lance, were you upset?
I was upset because I wanted Matt Jones.
I gotta go. Bye. Yo, Gina, it's been real. Y'all. Boot, Priest, all y'all. Love to see y'all.
All your answers, people.
I'm out. I can't do this. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah. I wanted Mac Jones.
My guy said I wanted Mac Jones.
Yeah, I want Mac Jones.
This man just said he wanted Mac.
Let's hear why. Let's hear why. Hold on.
Gina.
To be fair, so did Kyle. To be fair, so did Kyle Shanahan.
Are you trying to say that Trey Lance was better than Mac Jones in college football? I need this on record. Is that what you're saying?
How could we judge it? They both won their championships.
I'll tell you how you can judge it. He went to Alabama. Where'd the other one go to school to? I'll wait.
What does that mean? He went to Alabama. What does that mean? Demarcus went to LSU. But according to your theory, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't have a lot of faith in Alabama quarterbacks, period. There's no.
I mean, Tua is doing okay, but he's got all the weapons in the fucking world.
I did my
homework. Same thing he had at Alabama.
So is Mac Jones good this year?
Yeah, I mean Mac is solid.
Yeah. Oh,
Mac is solid.
Hey man,
what are you? What?
That's about
what are you?
I mean, he literally has no one to fucking throw through.
What are you expecting from him? He's got no running backs.
I agree.
He's got no
I agree
receivers.
with Chris Smith. Finally, Chris Smith.
He's got
I
an
agree with
underrated offensive line. What do you want from him?
So it sounds like a bunch of excuses. That's what I'm hearing. So we're giving a pass to Mac Jones because he doesn't have A, B, C, and D. But Trey ain't played no games and he's already trash. Got it. All right.
Trey has got Debo.
Right. Right. It makes all the sense. It makes all the sense in the world.
Give Mac Debo and let's see what happens.
We have Mac Jones now. We call him Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's all good. It's all good. We have Mac Jones already. We have him already.
Wow.
Listen. I know y'all don't like Jimmy, man. It's all right. It's all right.
Born today.
It's all right.
Hold up. You based your whole thing was he went to Alabama. So that automatically makes him better than Trey. Because he went to Alabama.
Competition at Alabama. Yes, he played better competition at Alabama. I mean, it's not rocket science right here, man. He didn't play the same competition as Mac. He didn't.
Okay, so hold on.
Now you can say he didn't have the same weapons that Mac did at Alabama.
Marcus, answer my question.
You can say that.
Answer my question. Where did Jamarcus go to school?
LSU.
Jamarcus?
Yes.
Jamarcus Russell?
Yes.
LSU.
Who you compare trade to? Where did he go to school? Let me help you. LSU. What conference are they in? Exactly. The SEC. What conference is Alabama in?
SEC.
So based off of your analogy, Jamarcus Russell would have been good because he went to the SEC and he would have been better prepared.
Absolutely.
So what happened?
But he wasn't. And we were able to see that within 3 games.
So it didn't matter that he went to school in the SEC. He just wasn't good. Right?
I agree. He just wasn't. That's solid. That's solid.
Let me ask this question real quick. Who's the best? Who are your top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Top 3. You got Mahomes. You got Brady, and then you got the cat from the Herd from the Eagles.
Those are your top 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Where did Mahomes go to school?
Mahomes went to school at what? Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, right? Yeah, not a powerhouse, right?
Not a powerhouse, no.
He didn't ball.
No one even, basically thought Mahomes was going to be Mahomes. He was a diamond in the rough.
No, that's a lie.
That's not a lie. Nobody thought Mahomes was going to be Mahomes. No one was trading up for Mahomes. Nobody.
Andy Reid traded up for him, bro. What you mean?
That's exactly
what happened. Andy Reid traded up in the 3rd or 4th? He didn't get drafted in the 2nd. He didn't get drafted in the 1st.
Y'all still listening to this dude, man?
He didn't get drafted in the 1st. Tell me, did he get drafted in the 1st?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm definitely gonna tune into your boxing shows. I can already tell they got to be hilarious. But I'm telling you right now,
number 1, it should be number 1 podcast or whatever you're doing. Should be outstanding numbers. You should be having numbers out this world.
I'm definitely tuning into that. But nobody knew Pat Mahomes. He was a 1st round pick, a top 10 pick at that. Come on, man.
I mean, they said it all on the sports shows. This isn't rocket science. No one was checking for Mahomes like that. No one. No one traded for him to draft him in the 1st round. No one did. No one knew. If everyone did a redraft today, you telling me that Mahomes wouldn't go 1st?
In a redraft?
Yes.
We're not talking about a redraft. Like
the point that I'm trying to prove here is that if people knew that Mahomes was Mahomes, he would have got drafted in the 1st round. No one knew he was who he is.
Drafted in the 1st
round. Just like New England didn't know Tom Brady was Tom Brady. Tom Brady wouldn't have made it to the 6th round if we knew this.
We're not talking about Tom Brady right now. We're talking about Pat Mahomes. So you just said Mahomes wasn't the 1st round pick, which is wrong.
The Saints
almost said nobody traded up for him.
The Saints tried to trade him.
I'll let her handle this one. Go ahead, handle it.
No.
She just gave you the story like an hour ago.
Yeah. The Saints were an inch away from drafting Patrick Mahomes in the 1st round until Kansas City Chiefs jumped up on him. They called Drew Brees and told Drew Brees, "Hey, look, we're going to draft Patrick Mahomes." Before they probably could hang up the phone, Kansas City Chiefs said, "Hey, we trading up."
They traded up to draft him.
1 pick.
Traded up, bro.
Sean Payton thought he had a little secret that nobody else was going to find out about.
Mm-hmm. And Drew Brees would have retired. Patrick Mahomes would be our coach, and we'd probably have 2 Super Bowls right now.
Yep.
So to say nobody was checking for Pat Mahomes is cap.
The Niners also passed up on Mahomes.
I got a question for Marcus. Marcus, you there?
I'm here. What's good?
When you won your Golden Gloves, who you fight? Holyfield, Tyson? Who's your opponent, bro?
Are you trying to insinuate that I got concussed?
Yes, I am, bro.
He's asking a fair question. It's a fair question.
Man, that is a very fair question right now.
It's a fair question.
There is no way I believe you, man. Yes. You have to be trolling. You have to be trolling us, man. You have to be trolling.
And it's okay if you are.
You gotta be trolling, man.
It's cool. It's the era, you know.
I've never had a podcast this long before.
We're sorry, Gina. We're sorry.
No, it's funny. It's funny to me.
I'm sorry,
Bro, I
Gina.
just want to know
I'm
who he
sorry.
fought.
I went out of my. I'm sorry.
Right
I
now.
just
I'm
got to
having way
ask
too
this
much
question.
fun.
If everyone knew about Mahomes,
Who was
I'm
asking a
off
question?
right now, man.
Wait, did he? Is he
Good
paused?
question.
Marcus, you paused? I think he cut
Whew.
out.
Oh, he might have got knocked out. It's okay. It's okay.
End the show. End the show.
I mean,
End the
It's
show.
okay.
even
Oh,
if
man,
you
it's like-
didn't
Bro,
know,
it was like,
they literally just told us the story about people
I
trading
know.
up to get him. Like,
I was
man.
like,
Hey,
Come
y'all.
on, man.
We can't make this up. I cannot make this up, man.
This is how 49ers Twitter go.
I want this footage. Yes, I need this footage immediately. Like, I want to cut this up
Repost the content.
so bad right now. I can't believe
hey, this is being recorded right now, so you can find
my
this
goodness.
on YouTube.
Rod, if you want to mark down the minute, the 2 hours and 29 minutes mark.
All right.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna be some clips on this one.
Dude,
By the way,
I
y'all can
can't
follow
make
me on
this up.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
Yeah.
the YSO.
Please.
You know, shout out to me real quick.
Please, the YSO, please. Everybody,
For sure.
go out there,
For sure.
follow the YSO right now, because he's going to put this all together, because ain't nobody going to believe this if we told them this.
Oh, man.
I swear to you, when I called the dude out and I called him, I knew. I said, there's no way this dude is a 49er fan, man. It's no way you can tell me that.
He is, though. That's
No
the
way you
thing.
can say
He
that.
is, though. That's the
He,
thing. Yeah.
he for real is a Niners fan.
He's really a Niners fan, bro.
He
Man.
is for real.
So-
I don't know.
So
I'm
because
calling
he's not
cats
Trey
still.
Lance total fan behind, he's not a Niners fan? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
He was a
Say it
Jimmy
again?
G fan from the jump, and he was all on Jimmy G's train. And so I'm looking at all his comments that he was saying about Jimmy G, and I'm like, wait a minute, you sound like a Jimmy G rider. But then he kept calling me a hater about him, and I'm like, what makes me a hater? And then he was like, who would you rather, start? You rather have Trey? And I was like, absolutely, I would have Trey right now. Everybody else would too. So I wanted to hear what he had to say about Trey that was so bad, and what he brought up was the worst. Worst. Thank you,
Rod,
Miss Debbie. I'm glad
Trey
you're
is
still
trash
awake
because
for
he went to
this.
North Dakota State.
I'm glad. Watch when Miss Debbie gets behind this, and watch how far this goes now.
Oh shit!
We're happy we can entertain.
I
Miss
know.
Debbie,
We can entertain.
Miss Debbie, we couldn't make this up if we lied to y'all. We couldn't make this up.
If this wasn't recorded, we'd be lost.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
So
They
blessed.
call cap on us.
Oh
It
my
was-
god.
Yeah. But yeah, Marcus, if you're
he
still
was
around,
getting my
man.
blood really going up there, because let me calm down, because I'm like, he can't be for real. Like, I thought he was
Who's
trolling.
for real?
Yeah, like, how you thinking like somebody's trolling in the comments, and then when he came on saying it, I'm like, no way I'm hearing this right now. I thought it was a lie. I just knew he was trolling the fan
The
base.
replay on that is gonna be so funny. Jesus.
Like, I really thought this
Oh,
was
God,
I thought he was a troll that just was like, you know what, I'm gonna step up and show y'all my face that I'm a troll. Then
I'll
would've been
respect that he took the
I
mic.
respect that.
I respect it. He took the link and came up here,
Exactly. But when
he wasn't talking about
saying it,
nothing.
I'm like,
He wasn't talking about nothing.
and then when I heard he was a boxer, it all made sense.
Oh shit!
All of it made sense.
He was.
That's why
I don't
I
know
got
if he was a
quiet.
successful boxer, but he might have been a boxer.
Hey Chris, I gotta agree with you, man. Oh, Russ Wilson here.
Wow,
Hilarious.
man.
Well, I don't even know what to say about that one. He just like fell apart. Maybe that was the whole problem in Seattle.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Hey, but look, y'all, I got to get out of here
Yeah.
though. For reals, I appreciate you. Thanks, Gina, for having me on. Adam,
For
Rod,
yeah,
you,
Max,
Trees, everybody.
thank you.
I appreciate y'all
Salute
being
to you,
on.
boss.
I'll
You
see
know
y'all
I'm on
soon.
here.
Thank
we'll see you in
you.
the
Thanks,
chat
Mac.
and everywhere else, boss.
This was definitely
Yeah,
fun.
for sure.
This is good energy.
I'm gonna see you for the Dolphins too.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you on Friday.
Right on.
Later, chat.
Thank you.
All right, for sure.
All right, Wes.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon too. Why don't we just go ahead and wrap it up, and we can chat in the back.
Wow.
What a show.
Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hey, if you witnessed this, it is what it is, man. We can't make stuff up, man. We just can't do it. Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I've been on a couple of shows before. This was fun. This was really fun. Y'all have a cool fan base, and this is one of the funner shows that I've done and funny.
We appreciate you getting on, man.
Y'all are up. Thank y'all for having me.
It was nothing but love, man. We truly appreciate y'all. Definitely thank y'all for y'all.
And I'm apologize now if y'all following Saints Twitter on Sundays after losses. I apologize for the fan base now because y'all in for a treat. That's all I got to say.
It's all good. It's all
I'm
good.
just glad they didn't get into an AD going to Lakers. I was waiting for that one.
Hey Deb, I don't have season tickets. My brother's the one with the tickets, so he sells them where he goes. But hopefully I can get to another game this season. But it was a freaking honor to meet you and everything, and I'm so glad. Everyone, thank you so much for being in the chat. I wish I could remember everyone who came. Shout out to everybody.
Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody.
Importantly, my Saints people, my NOLA girl Tina, my crazy Saints fan and Twitter sports analyst Treese, and my colleague Saints fan Book. I love you guys. Thanks for coming back for the Overreaction show.
Appreciate you,
Adam.
Man.
Thank you for jumping in. And
just got out of work late, and
yeah,
the Steelers did beat the Colts, so that's always a bonus.
There you go. And Rod, as always. And for everyone still tuning in, I've got the preview show on Friday. We're going to preview the Miami game. So please stay tuned for that because I got 3 Dolphins fans coming in. It'll be 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Follow us everywhere: Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all social media. I don't think we're on Facebook, but anyways, definitely Instagram. Guys, thank you so much. And with that, we are out. And as always, go Niners! Niners all day, repping hardcore. Boom.